All right, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to another episode, not included. Skoota the old wavy bastard. Got Rich here.
Rich Dick, here to talk shit. What's up, man?
What's going on?
What's up, man? How you been, man?
Man,
I
I'm
see you
all
up
right,
here
man.
looking fly, man. Got the glasses on.
Oh, yeah.
Got the rollie. Man, I seen the last episode. I was watching the last episode. I was like, man, this nigga look like he just had a... This nigga look like a quiet drug dealer over there, man. He low key fresh. You know, the low key drug dealer be fresh. He had the jewelry, but just the white tee.
Yeah.
Got the gas station tee on. I ain't doing too good.
I ain't doing too good, man.
Oh man.
No, I'm straight though, man. I'm straight. A lot of weird shit going on.
Yeah?
Different shit. Yeah. Like today, I had my first virtual event. I went to a virtual baby shower.
What?
Over Zoom. Yeah.
Damn, just cut your losses, man. Just send diapers, man. Just send diapers, man. That sounds like some shit you was dragged to, man.
I was like, man, I was wondering, like, damn, how this gonna go? It was cool though. It was regular. It was like a baby shower. Like they had games and shit. Showed the gifts. I actually went to 2 baby showers. So I went to a virtual one and I went to a physical one.
Was people wearing masks?
At the physical one?
Yeah.
Hell no.
Man, these niggas ain't listening.
The old people was.
Okay,
the older
that's good,
people was. Yeah.
These niggas ain't listening, man. They just out here.
Nah, hell no. All the young people coming up to the old people trying to hug them. And it's like, damn, hold on.
I don't know. Last time I hugged somebody. Hold on, Leo.
Hold on. What's going on? What's going on?
They doing that shit on purpose. Like, I need that will. Get that inheritance. Come here, Grandpa. Give me a nice hug.
Yeah, but.
Have you been tested?
No.
No?
I'm actually scared to be.
Why?
I don't know. Just knowing I got it, I feel like I got to like stay home. I'm going to feel like I have to stay home.
No, you will.
I'm just not going to want to go out.
I feel you. Yeah, you got to, if you do, I've been tested twice because I had to, I went to the Dells and so, nigga, I was kicking it. So I was like, I'm going to get tested.
Yeah.
And so I got tested when I got back from the Dells and I tested negative. And then I had to get tested last week 2 weeks ago because one of my coworkers caught it at my job. So then I had to get tested again, and I tested negative again. But I was like, the first time I was real nervous because I was like, man, if I got it, how is it going to affect? Because the people around. But I was good, and then it just sucked because waiting on it. Like the first time, it took like 5 days from contacting it. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? And then they finally called and was like, you good? And then the second time, they was like, we gonna send the email. And so in 2 days, I got the email. And then the next day, I got a call from somebody like, they was like, if you don't got it.
Does it feel like waiting on a fucking STD test?
Yo, the first time it did, like, it was like, man. You get to thinking about all the people you was around and shit. Who gave me this, man? I'm for real. Like, niggas, y'all for real. I was like that.
Start running off the list and shit.
Like, cause like when we went to the Dells, like I was trying to, like, all right, I'm not like one of those, like, I believe in the coronavirus, but I'm not letting the news scare me into like trying to maneuver and like be fearful of people. Cause I understand, it's a virus, just like the flu, anything else. If you're like, I've been biking it, I've been eating right, I've been taking care of myself. So if I feel like if I do catch it, it's one of those things that's probably came and gone. Like, I probably feel like I caught it, but haven't even showed symptoms of it, because that's how it can work as well.
Right.
But nigga, when I was in the Dells, it was like nobody was social distancing. People was talking to people. Like, I wasn't even trying to get on girls. I was just like hanging out with my family because it was my cousin's birthday. Yeah. So I was just kicking it with them. But it's like, man, it'd be fucked up if I caught it on some random shit. But no, it definitely felt like a STD test, nigga. I was like, yeah, no, man. But then the second time, they say if they call you, that they, as a health provider gonna call you. Mm-hmm. And so I got a call. Like, is this Richard Dickerson? I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, just making sure you got the email. I was like, dog, you can't be doing that shit, man. Y'all said I was good if I got the email. He like, man, I'm sorry. We was just trying to make sure people got the emails. And I'm like, man, yeah, I'm good. And then he was like, all right, but I've been tested twice, man. Ain't that bad. They shoved this thing up your nose.
I was finna say, that's another reason why I want to get tested.
Front, bro. They do them at Custer for free. Just go in there, drive, for doctor swab your shit for like 2 seconds, 1, 2, and then you good.
like, I don't know.
But if you do get tested and you don't want to, like, if you do get tested, they tell you to quarantine yourself for 14 days.
Yeah.
But I understand people not want to get tested, you know?
Yeah.
It's just like you don't get tested for STDs until like this shit happen.
Right.
You
like, think you got it.
Get the burning, like, fuck.
Pee burning or a bump.
You get the questioning and shit like, yo, right? You get to see the bump, you trying to become your own doctor.
Like, is that a pimple? Or,
nigga on Google, like,
squeeze this. See what this look like when this come out.
Dog, man. Niggas be on Google trying to research, like describe it on the phone. Like,
no, I did that one time.
Yeah.
And after I did it one time, I was like, I'm not doing this. Cause they gave me all the worst
That's
shit.
what I'm saying.
And then I actually went to the doctor and it wasn't nothing.
Yeah, that's why you just mind.
Cause one time I was I'll share the story, I guess. I was bleeding after I was coming.
Oh.
So I would come and then like I go to the bathroom after. You know, you go to the bathroom after, and it'd be blood in the pee. What the fuck? But it wouldn't be none when I'm regularly peeing. So I'm like, hold on, what's going on here? I look it up. It's talking about I got prostate cancer. I'm like, oh God, hell no, I'm going to the doctor. I'm going to the doctor. They do all the little tests and shit. It was like, yeah, it's nothing. I went to Concentra. Yeah, go ahead. Okay. I went to Concentra and then I went to my doctor. And they both was like, ain't nothing in there. Ran STD tests, all type of tests. Like, there's nothing.
And then it came when you peed after having sex.
Yeah.
It's probably because of the like, because that happened to me and I thought it was the same thing. But when you, like, the blood, sometimes, depending on like her menstrual cycle and something like that.
And see, that's what I thought too. Yeah. But they said if it's, you know, depending on how dark it is, it can't be that. It wouldn't get up in there like that. And they said you probably just strained something while you was having sex. And, you know, so something tore and you just got a little blood. That's it. And it went away. I ain't do no medicine or nothing. And it did eventually go away. So I was like,
the STD test do be man. I remember I took one. The first time I took one was because I ended up having, like, I was talking to this girl and we was like, fuck, I was just fucking her. And I ended up getting, it's like, whenever I have sex, I get like sores on my penis. Mm-hmm. I'm like 19. I don't know. This is the first time it's happening. So I'm fucking her and my dick is in pain. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, what the fuck? And so I didn't do nothing because I was just like, maybe this is a one-time thing. She ended up like, yo, I got chlamydia.
Damn.
And I'm like, what the fuck? And she caught it from some dude she's fucking with in Minnesota. So then I had to go get tested, and the doctor was like, yeah, this chlamydia. And he was like, why'd you wait? After I was like, honestly, I was kind of scared because I didn't know what it was. Right. And he was like, oh, motherfucker, next time some shit like it was like literally, like it wouldn't be nothing on my penis until I have sex, and then next thing you know, I take it out, it'd be like little like splits, like somebody took like a little blade and was like, yeah. So that's like, I was like, yo, what the fuck? So like ever since then, like if I go get tested, I still always get nervous when I get tested because you like never know. Right. But man, that shit is definitely a scary ass feeling. Heartbeat beating. You be thinking about all the people you fucked. Mm-hmm. You be like, man, who can I blame this on? Because ain't that how it is? Cause like that's
then that shit gotta be horrible though, cause you gotta call all the people you fucked, and that shit gotta be just
extra
weird. Yeah, like man. So I tested.
I tested
come
positive.
Out, I got come to find out I got what's the name? So you probably should go get tested.
You probably
how
got
do you
it.
say that to people?
Yeah, you probably got it, but especially I might have caught it from like somebody else. I gotta call like 5 more people. Yeah. I'll see what they say.
Like that's crazy.
Yeah, man. No, heck no, man. That's why, man. You better off just wrapping it up. I know protected sex is not the same as unprotected sex, but you rather not even risk the biscuit, man. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I got a whole list of topics here. We was talking about Corona. Did you see? Did you hear about Emerald Airlines? They fucking paying for people to take trips. Like they pay for your flight, pay for your hotel and shit, And if you got to like quarantine or some shit, they'll pay you for that 14-day quarantine.
What's the catch though?
Nothing.
They
just
giving
want
people
to
corona?
That's the problem. People not traveling because of the corona. And they just want people to travel that bad.
No, I'm good.
You ain't taking it. You ain't taking a risk.
No. And no, I wouldn't take that risk.
No.
Nah. Just because it's so many aspects. If you don't know who around you, how many people gonna be there, how many people gonna be social distancing. I think if you got to go somewhere where there's a lot of people and it's crowded, then that's not the move to make. But that's funny that they that goddamn starving for guests and people to come.
People
that
ain't
they willing
flying
to pay
like
for
that. I think a
everything.
lot more people flying now because I drive past the airport like for my job, and you will see the one in Chicago O'Hare. I would never ever see a plane like flying because I drive right past the freeway go right past. So I would never ever for months it wasn't no, but it's been a lot of them now. Not as much as before, but it's still been a lot compared to before. But,
I think everybody at that point now to where they're comfortable with whatever happens with it. Like I see a lot of people because like I don't do shit but really go to work, go home. Right. The only time I'm really outside is like when I'm biking. Yeah. But it's like you see people like I'm on social media, people still going out to the clubs, people still going to hookah spots, people still kicking
I've been out.
See, and
to the bars on water.
I ain't trying to like I just think that that's cool if you do that. Yeah. But either don't think about it or don't go. I'm like one of them niggas like I don't already like to be in groups and like close to people. Right. So like even before Corona, I wasn't the type of nigga that like I like to dance. But I don't like to be in a club like just shoulder to shoulder or bars like that.
I ain't gonna go to no club. So, I go to a bar,
but so I've been to a bar once and it was kind of packed. But I don't know, man. I just think it's on your comfort level. Yeah. And I feel like younger people, even if they get it, as long as you're taking care of yourself, you're gonna be straight. I think that the news is making it more worse than what it really is. Yeah. So how was it at the bar?
It's been pretty packed.
So you been getting some pussy since this whole thing happened? No. Oh, okay. would you be willing to get some pussy with this whole thing?
I don't know. I don't know about that. I wouldn't go that far. I'd be willing to like meet a woman, talk to her, maybe go on a date. Yeah. But fuck.
No, man, I can't. See, I'll be fronting if I was like, no. It depends, like for real. Couple of drinks getting me and shit. It's been a while. You want to come over?
No. But yeah, I mean, I've been waiting shit to go out. Like really, I've been.
Cause there ain't nothing to do. Like you done enough at home. Like,
I feel like I was still working. Like I feel like I still been out here. So it's like I feel like if I was gonna catch it, I'd have been caught it by now.
But how you know you ain't catch it? Cause you ain't been tested.
Right. But I'm saying like to the point where I'm like dying like a lot of motherfuckers been.
And that's the thing too. That's what it's gonna take is having the symptoms. And I think
that's what. Yeah, exactly. If I ain't got no symptoms, like if I got it, then whatever.
But the way they talking about it on the news is you don't even want to risk being close to the people who have the symptoms. So again, to me, it's kind of like the.
But flu, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. It's I don't believe in the news. I don't.
You gotta the news. So I always tell people, news uses fear in order to like. Fear is a great way to grab someone's attention. Right. And like, let's be honest. No one knows shit about the coronavirus. They don't. Instead of as close would be scientists who work with vaccines and viruses who know about this. They can have some type of insight on it. Right now, it's like, the news is taking every little thing and they jumping with it. They like, all right, boom, you can't do this. Boom, you can't do that. Boom, price going up. Boom, spikes going up. Yeah. Everything is connected with the corona. But they use that fear because they know, shit, corona, we need people to watch us. What's the best way to get people to get our views? They tired of hearing about this election. We don't want to talk about Black Lives Matter. Yeah,
they got off that shit quick.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, we don't want to talk about how to fix our country. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this coronavirus to scare people. Racism, here's the one thing. Racism is always going to be up there as something that people should care about. Yeah. But when it gets to, like, illnesses and diseases and shit, that outweighs it. Right. It's like whenever you want to talk about black rights or equal rights, it's like it's subjective. Well, if you did this, but when it comes to a virus, you can't blame nobody. Right. You can't point. You can try, but at the end of the day, that's the most common shit. That's what always tripped me out about how we watch sports and they always saying like all this shit for like breast cancer.
Yeah.
Like, y'all have all this movement, all this
but
money
a
behind
lot
cancer.
of that, all of that shit is money.
Because
at one time, motherfuckers was doing like in the NFL. Some people got in trouble when they was wearing the breast cancer shit.
Yeah,
not during the breast cancer awareness shit. You know, when they was promoting it.
Yeah,
so to speak. Like people was getting fined for wearing that shit. It's like, what the fuck? Y'all only designate a time where I can wear pink.
Yeah, and like
if I'm wearing it outside of that, I get fined. What?
And you pointed to it exactly. It's because it's money. I think that it's a front
even
for
with
money.
the supporting the troops and shit.
Yeah, all that shit is the money. No, you are absolutely right. But the sad part is, if we sit here and talk about it, I can sit here and say, why are y'all focused on cancer when y'all should be focused on equal rights of people more? That's something you can't control. You can't control cancer.
How long before you think they do that? You
Never.
Think there's a chance they put that in there? Social justice month. And let niggas wear social, like they doing it already in the NBA right now when they came back.
So it's NFL is a little bit different than the NBA. To me, it's all pandering. I feel like Colin Kaepernick brought this shit up 5 years ago, and people laughed him out the room. People clowned him. People said he was selfish. And that's the thing. Even what happens is when it's something that can be changed, people objectify and find ways to dunk the person because it's not like they don't care. Like, let's be honest. You know, our country, we are a capitalist country. Someone has to be poor in order for people to make money. Right. They have to use minorities and black people in order to make money. Why would they focus on making equal rights and try to make it? Because who they gonna turn into the poor people? That's how capitalism works. Capitalism works when you make money off of other people, when you siphon from other people, and when you dispense it.
Not to be like, I guess, vulgar or something like that, but the people that's gonna be poor is the stupid people.
But
why pick a specific race and just be like, oh, y'all gonna be poor?
Because you don't have to be smart to be rich. You can be. It's some stupid ass rich people out here. Just think about what you can get rich for doing, fam.
Yeah. It
ain't hard to be rich,
but it
ain't. Think about
to be able to find something that you can capitalize off of. It takes some type of smartness, but I would think for you to realize I see people fucking with this.
But that's because you're not taking the word for the word. When we say stupid, look up stupid, and I'm not saying that to say I know what it means. Like,
okay,
like
not
I'm
stupid,
saying,
but
no.
People that are unaware.
No, because that falls into stupid. But what I mean by you say that but you don't have to be smart to be an athlete. You don't have to be smart to be an actor. You don't have to be smart to be a rapper. You don't have to be smart to be a politician. You don't have to be smart to do most of the shit that we make money off of doing. You just have to have a self-awareness.
That's what I was saying.
Self-awareness.
People that lack awareness are going to be poor. So just let those people be the people that's going to be poor.
But see, again, you can't do that because...
that's to me, that's natural selection.
That's natural selection, but the way that business works, it don't work on logical order like that. It's controlled numbers. It's positions. That's why you can work with someone who's a fucking idiot but can make more than you. Mm-hmm. And you know more about what to do than that person. I've been in that position before. When I sold cars with motherfuckers who if you put in a different setting, that's the only way they know how to make money off their personality. It's like it's a certain way, it's hard to use logic to make money in that sense. It's hard because someone's got to get fucked. Someone's always going to have to get fucked for someone else to prosper. And, why should stupid people, and I'm not saying it to defend it. I think I'm just all over the place. But,
that's how it was before. Before capitalism was a thing, it was just, only the strong survive. And it's if you're not aware, you're not then in today's world, if you're not aware, then you're the weak. Man.
See that I see what you're going, but after because I listened to the 50th laws, the 48 laws of power, and it talks about power, how it talks about how all these great leaders and how all these conquerors, like, Genghis Khan and Napoleon and like George Washington, talk about all these great leaders and how they got in these positions, and all these emperors, how they got all this position and power. None of them was stronger in different dynamics. They were in certain positions to be able to do that.
But that's
some of them
strength in a way, though. It's not strong in a sense, but it's like a position. If I'm in a better position than you, that's technically strength. It's like, in war, it's like the high ground.
Okay, no. I
got the high ground. I might not be stronger than you, but
okay.
But I'm not looking at strength as by definition.
No,
I'm
you're
just
looking at strength in terms of. I get what you mean. You're taking the route and saying that you should be like the strongest survive. Like how the perfect example is like how animals interact, like in the jungle, like the natural, like they survive. The strongest survive regardless because they go know what to do to get it done. Yeah, I do agree with you with that. I think I'm being more sympathetic. Because
see, I agree with that. I was gonna get to that part as well. I don't believe that if you're weak, that means you be just dirt ass poor.
Yes. Okay. I think that's why. Okay,
I know. Yeah. And I was gonna get to that because
I'm like, shit. That sounds like a great idea. I won't be broke in this scenario.
Yeah. So, but I don't want the broke people to be broke, like dead ass poor. But they just not gonna be rich.
But I see. So I think also too. What comes into play with life is not like I feel like our focuses be on the wrong thing. What do you value in life? Like, where you going for life? Like, if you want to play the capitalist game, and that's the thing about America. You can do whatever you want, essentially. Like, at the core of its core, like, we're not inbred in a society that has strong culture like Italy, like England, in terms of like motherfuckers think that's life. Like you still got people who don't give a fuck about their society, but America is like we all going based off of motherfuckers who can control us. Like America's been able to put their society in a position to where we feel like we need to depend on them. So I think that when it comes to that idea of trying to use, when it comes to that idea of the strongest gonna survive because because eventually someone gonna be stronger than you. You either gonna get killed or you're gonna adapt. And because we're a society and we're a species of people who can adapt, react, that instinct, what you would call a strength, becomes something else. Because we can even with sports, just because you're the best basketball player don't make you the best player for this team. Your value can be shown in different ways. Your position can be shown in different ways. You can look at a player like Draymond Green. People dog this guy.
Saying. That's why strength is not just that saying is not just designated to being strong.
So, and that's what I think that I lack. Yeah. That's why I think I was more sympathetic. But I do agree with you because even like you talk about the art of war. The art of war doesn't just teach you about violence of war. It teaches you about profit of war. It teaches you how to get profitable in war. It teaches you how to strategize, how to think. It expands your mind to just one scenario in dealing in an aspect of war. And I think that, dealing with capitalism, it's a war. We have to strategically set in place a way to where we can benefit off our people.
Right.
And not people can be stupid, and you can be stupid in different manners. You can be naive. You can be strong in different manners. You can know everything in the world, but still have nothing to show for it if you're not put in the right position. Exactly. And it's like America's been able to build off of black people and siphon for so long in so many ways, way more ways than people ever think. Like I could sit here and sound like one of those extra conspiracy brothers, but it's like America has really strategically siphoned everything from black people and it's done nothing but benefit them in terms of, and we can say, and I don't mean just white people, I mean people who were put in positions in power. Right. So all those people have been white they've passed that down to their people while they still siphon off of, and they manipulate us, and they manipulate themselves, because it's not even about race anymore. It's about being poor. I don't think you have to be black to be black nowadays. You can be white and be black. Right. To me, black and poor can be in the same categories. Not to me, but how power America sees it, how the government see you. The government don't give a fuck about black people. They don't give a fuck about poor people. Poor and black people was all they thought about at the time. When white people started getting poor, now it's starting to get closer to that even ground. Right. You know, America bought the only reason you have drugs in this country is because the government, fam. Like, that's a way of them manipulating you. They can sit here and
black
tell you,
ain't had planes.
How the fuck can black people go to Colombia and Cuba in the 70s and 80s?
We don't have planes, and we don't know how to fly, and we don't know how to swim.
We're just now doing that shit. Like, Duval's the first nigga I seen ever fly a plane. Him and Denzel. Like, what the fuck? So it's like, people be like, oh, you know, if they didn't put themselves in that situation. Right. No, motherfucker. The government has strategically on both party sides. So, like, as, you know, now, you know, Democrat has siphoned off black people just as much as Republican. But motherfuckers don't want to have that conversation because their siphoning also look like they've been helping and aiding, you know, putting people on welfare, government assistance, thinking that that's helping and aiding. It is for your temporary situation, but it's helping their long-term goal. It's enabling them in a certain sense. And sometimes you do need help in life because they conform to society. Does. And if you think, but that's how this country works.
That's how white people be able to pass they wealth down from generation to generation, because it's like your father had wealth. He passed that shit down to you. You didn't just, like, you might have raised it or increased the wealth, but wealth was still handed down to you.
Fam, and just think about the breakdown of how this country was found. Fam, people came over here, took land, and was savages, killing people, bandits, taking whatever the fuck they wanted to. Them people got rich, and then when people started doing that shit to them, they created stuff to make sure that they stay rich. And then next thing you know, motherfuckers is outlaws. You can't just go take shit no more. You gotta sign up. You gotta pay for it this way. Like, motherfuckers, they do that shit, fam. And motherfuckers just, like, I say all that to say, like, they'll never do that, because if America treated black people as equal as white people in terms of just, we wouldn't even care about race, you know, they would be poor. Black people be running this whole fucking country. Like, black people, but we live in a time.
Man, we kind of do.
No, we do, but it would be visible. Like, we wouldn't need people like Beyonce and Jay-Z to create black. Like, we wouldn't be begging for content creators to represent us.
This is what it is. We wouldn't be begging for people to represent us. But we don't benefit from it.
But how you can't run something you don't benefit from? I mean,
when somebody steals your ideas and steals everything from you and uses it.
Yeah. Yeah, but you're right. I'm saying you're right, because
uses you to build it.
Yeah.
It's like,
again, and they've done that illegally, legally, and you know,
and they've created legal ways. It's still kind of illegal.
But that's what I'm saying. and I think I'm saying
immoral.
Fam, America will always double down. They will never go back and be like, you know what, this fucked up. Like, no, you know what, this fucked up. Yeah, we created these laws that fucked y'all up. We gonna switch this shit up for y'all. We gonna take that out.
It's a lot of people that just don't know.
We gonna take that out. I know. But
it's a lot of people that just don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
They think they know, but they really don't know.
But that's what I'm saying. Why do we have to know for them to do it? Like, why can't they be like, look, man, everything great now. We living, black and white people getting along. I be seeing white people say nigga, and I be seeing white people rap and make money off this shit. I be seeing black people doing white people shit. I be seeing all our cultures intertwined. That's just fucking make it an even playing ground. Let's take this shit out.
Think about this. This is why people don't know. Think about, because I just think about all the shit that I've learned as an adult that completely is the opposite,
nigga,
of what I've learned in school.
That's why I have a distaste. That's why I have a distaste for this fucking country, bro.
Think about
because of that.
That's where white people are. They've been taught things as a child, and they haven't learned the real shit. So it's like, if this is what I know, this is what I think, and this is what I've known, this is what I've been taught, this is all I know. So it's like, how do you reverse that?
Fam, I don't know, but I'll tell you this. I will tell you this. That's why I fucking have a disdain for this country. Because every fucking time I think about the shit that I learned and the shit I was told supposed to do and supposed to be and the shit that I learned now, and I'm like, fam, this the shit I was against when I was younger. This was the shit that I had a feeling I shouldn't be fucking. It was certain shit in my life that people used to clown me for because of that. And now it's like, oh, I'm getting facts
like,
now. And it's
even like that, that's how I feel about Christianity. And like, it's a lot of shit in the Bible. Don't get me wrong. It's a lot of shit in the Bible that can teach you how to...
older than that religion, but go on, bro.
There's shit in that Bible that can really teach you how to go about life and have peace in your life.
Yeah.
So don't get me wrong on that.
No, I use that last time we talked about it.
Yeah.
Every time I talk to people about religion, because every time when I have a conversation, people think I have like an anger towards it. Mm-hmm. And I always tell them it's not an anger. It's I get it. Yeah. And I just choose not to let it faze me. Yeah. But after talking to you and how you gotta, the tool, not the teacher.
Right.
The tool, not the teacher. So I do get, I get you. I mean,
but it's a lot of shit in there that can teach you and guide you how to live your life and give you peace to your life.
Star Wars does that too.
But exactly, you can find anything. You can find anything.
Nigga, SpongeBob.
Nigga, you can find anything.
Absolutely. Basketball.
But the point is like, I don't think that shit is like, it's questionable.
Fam.
Like it's questionable for me to know that I was brought, or my people were brought here from another country and given this by the person that was supposed to be oppressing us.
Listen.
Like, it's hard for me to just like really grasp onto that and just really follow that.
But once you understand the origin of stuff, it helps you better kind of see that, because Christianity only started when they were in the Westerns in India and seeing how Indian people move with their religion and how it helped with their economy and stuff like that. And they decided to create Christianity in that manner. Fucking
like India, not Indian.
No, I say
not
India.
Here, yeah.
No. I said
just to be clear,
no. Yeah, no, of course, yeah. Like, I'm talking like Egypt, Africa, over there, like West Indies type shit. I'm sorry, I'm not a teacher. I'm sorry. But they took that idea and they brought it over here. The only reason Jesus exists is astronomy. The stars and everything, people who are astronomers and stuff like that. Someone said, like, on a special day, this certain person would be born on this special day, and it was these astronomers just traveling around. They found out this kid was born, and it was like, boom, that's Jesus. He's gonna. Astronomy didn't predict the type of person we become. It was just like, yo, it's gonna be a person, a human with great, like, if you believe in that shit, like, how you go, but because astronomy is the longest running type of fucking faith, spiritual thing that you can go by. Like, Christianity is only about 2,000 years old. Like, it's, if you know the origins and where it comes from in certain manners.
I think, what's the oldest? Buddhism,
like, somewhere over there. Like,
I think that's the oldest. I'm not sure, but I think.
But no, I do agree with you in terms of, and I do say that to people, like, fam, if you can find something that can help you be the best person you can be, by all means, fam, I'm all for it. But if it ain't for me,
it's fucking rap lyrics.
Nigga, for real, nigga,
can help you, guide you through your life and have you.
But I just think that because of that one, you will have a distaste for it, because that one has, again, been something that has hindered our people subconsciously, and so it's a long way. Black people were introduced to Christ through slavery. That's not a good way to find faith in slavery. Yeah. Like, imagine just... And
somebody ave it to you. The person that enslaved you gave you.
If you can't take it...
How can I really follow this?
Hey, but some people don't believe that. They're like, no, white Jesus had to put us through it so we can learn. No, some people are, and again, I use this word with all due respect because I am it as well. Stupid. Stupid. Like, for real. Like, some shit we fear to know. And sometimes it comes from fear of not wanting to know. Like, imagine you believe in some shit and someone goes like, yo, and says some shit I'm saying. I've just disrespected you because this is something that you followed and felt like brought you great value.
Dedicated your life to.
And not only that, you benefit from it. And so when you're looking at me like I'm better than you, and you're knocking what I've built my foundation on. So I get that. But at the same time, you have to be self-aware to know how faith works, how that shit works. Once you know how that works, then you get a better understanding. So it's like, I hate when people knock people for believing in something when it's like the shit you believe, it was created by someone. You know? Like, what are we talking about here? Like, nigga, the one example, like, fuck, man. You can even look at Scientology. We're older than Scientology, but they are fucking a religion now. They get tax breaks. They have followers. They got people in fucking high places who making moves. This is a fucking guy, and Scientology started by this fucking asshole who just wanted to start a religion. A guy who tried to be an author and fucking failed. He wrote books, and he was like, man, I'm just gonna, I suck at this, so I'm just gonna start writing a fucking religion book. And he started Scientology. And boom, now we here today, and motherfuckers follow that shit like it's Christianity. But I'm sure people who follow it have found some value in it. And if you listen to Scientology to get in, it's worse than fucking going to a Christian church or something like that. Nigga, you gotta pay to get into the program. You have to pay for the homework. You have to pay to take the test. They siphon so much money off their followers, but what they did was they got famous and rich people to follow them to get that money. Like, Tom Cruise is a Scientologist. John Travolta is a Scientologist. Like,
I don't know.
Fam, people just, to even go back to what we originally was talking about was why black people will never have equal rights. Yeah. Motherfuckers just stupid. Like, humans are just stupid, like in that manner. Like, it trickles down to, it's kind of like a deer with the headlight thing, like a deer walking across the street. Like, think about how deer cross the street. You should be so self-aware by now as a species to be like, all right, I ain't finna walk across this. Motherfucking cars be coming and shit. Like, we as humans do shit instinctively that other people didn't do thousands of years ago, just because our bodies just adapted to just doing the common shit. And it's like deer still, fuck. Just stupid in certain things, man. I hope it gets better. Shit.
While we on that the equality and racism, man. You seen this man Terry Crews, man?
Man, that nigga. Oh my. That's a big ass nigga. So I can't really say what I really feel about him because like that nigga will fuck me up. So all right, guys, that's not get it twisted. That nigga is a nigga from Flint, Michigan. Yeah. So I'm not surprised. He's an older dude from the Midwest with a simple mindset. So I can see why he's on board. That nigga got money. See, them white people got that money. So he gonna say what he need to say to be around the white people with that money.
Man, to make a fucking, is it called an acronym for fucking coon?
Fam, listen, him and Jason Whitlock are. I can say the shit I want to say about Jason Whitlock, but that nigga Terry Crews, I'm gonna keep that shit respectful because that nigga will fuck me up. But nigga, like, listen, them niggas. Think about that nigga in his position now. Racism not affecting him in the things that...
And even that, like I was listening to somebody, I can't remember who it was, but they were saying like, look at who they work for. Because they was comparing him to like Nick Canon. Yeah. And they was like...
Well, Nick Canon worked for them same people.
Exactly.
But Nick Canon got money. He been doing his...
But I'm saying Nick Canon said some shit and pissed them people off.
Well, I mean, you gotta...
And they got his ass up out of here.
You gotta keep your investors happy.
Terry Crews is in that same line of work under them same people. Yeah. So he like, y'all ain't gonna catch me like that.
Yeah. But again, you gotta keep your investors happy. So I get why Nick Canon even apologized for what he did. At least he's... That's the thing, too. The thing
to my understanding... I still haven't heard exactly what he said. I've just heard other people say what he said.
Okay.
But to my understanding, he was wrong.
Yeah, no. Listen, I listened to what he said. So I get why people would say he was wrong. But to me, it just sounded like he was saying like black people, the original people. We the first, we the origin. That's right. What he said, it definitely, I can see why people thought that way. So it was one of those things where if it wasn't your vibe, or if you didn't connect with it how he was speaking it, if you didn't feel what he was feeling when he was saying with it, you would interpret it the wrong way. Because when he said it, I was like, oh, I'll be saying shit like this, but I was like, oh, but you probably didn't have to say this.
Yeah,
in order.
It was specific things that he said.
No, it was some specific.
It wasn't everything he said.
That he was saying about Jewish. It was because he talked about how black people. He was saying specifically about Jewish black people, how black people are the original Jews. He was saying stuff like that, but
which they are.
But yeah,
it's true.
Oh, listen, when he said that, I was like, I agree, Nick Canon. Why is people so offended?
Yeah.
So then he said something else in terms of white Jews that came off wrong.
It was the power thing.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Like
he was saying that the white Jews are in power now.
But white
and they run everything.
Fam.
Which I won't confirm or deny because I don't know. But
Jewish people need to stop.
That they said that rhetoric was the things that is how the Holocaust happened. So they said that is exactly how the Holocaust happened. They start saying that these people are getting in control and they are taking over everything.
He's right, because that is what the Germans did. He's absolutely right. But Jewish people have to stop acting like they do not have economic wealth in this country. Nigga, when I lived in New York, which is a very expensive place to own property and land and shit like that. New York. Like
if you were anywhere you were in.
Nigga, Jewish people own a lot of shit in there, fam. A lot of Rossbergs around, like, and it's fucked up.
And see, when you mix that in though, with the other stuff, with the savagery shit and all that shit that he was talking about, then it's like, all right.
Because you're right. Because in that same breath, he was saying like white people are savages. Yes. Like so that's why I'm saying when he starts speaking that shit, I'm like, ooh, all right, bro. Click in the video, all right, bro. I got you the first time. But again, that's what happens when you go on those little rants. But you should have. I feel like if you work with people, but just shit, we telling them to do it for us. So why not be considerate in telling the Jewish people who own the company that does some shows you do, look, my fault. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that.
They got his ass right up out of there.
Yeah, but I think that people underestimate Nick Cannon's his influence, his money.
He bouncing back.
I think people like Wildin' Out being gone is not phasing him. I think Wildin' Out being gone sucks for everybody who's on a part of Wildin' Out. Like that's horrible because he done built that show. That's the longest running show on MTV.
Is Wildin' Out over though?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. They got him up out of there, but I didn't know if they got Wildin' Out.
I never thought he was a good host for the show anyway.
He's kind of weird, but I'm sure not weird, but like awkward. Like
I think growing up seeing him, the way we view him is different than what that show betrays. Like that show kind of look like it's like more like, and I don't want to critique his blackness at all because I don't know what he's been through.
I was thinking
none of that.
We on the same page.
But he don't come off as like D-Ray. If D-Ray hosted that show. Like I can see D-Ray doing that.
But he a child star.
Yeah.
So he's not gonna be.
Of course, no. And I'm not, and that's why I don't take that away from Nick. So, and he's good at taking jokes. So they get their shit off on him. So it does work. I don't know if they're gonna find a new host or not. But
let me ask you something, because this was a thought I had about the coon shit, right?
Okay.
So the way Terry Crews is going about trying to make coon an okay thing, the way we attacking him, do you think people attacked the first person that tried to make nigga an okay thing for black people?
No, because I think that as much as we try to carry the negative connotation that came with nigga, I think it got to a point in our culture to where we just was like, it was a joke. Like, it was an inside joke. I think our culture turned that into an inside joke very early.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The first person to do it, somebody had it ain't like we all collectively did it. It took somebody had to, one person specifically, or maybe even one small group of people had to try to flip it in my eyes, this is how I'm looking at it.
Man.
And it had to be attacked the same way people attacked him for the coon thing. It's like, no, man, these crackers been calling us nigga for...
I can say that to this.
And this is me playing white devil.
No. I'm glad you
this
said,
is just a thought I had.
I'm fucking glad you said that because I feel like I got the answer. I feel like one big miscommunication with white people and black people culture-wise is that they don't understand context and conversation. One reason why is because nigga, for example. Nigga can mean 26 different fucking things. It depends who you talking to. It's the kind. Black people, when we talk, we come from a culture to where we had to secretly learn how to read and write. We had to be decisive with our words when we got them because it could lead to our lives being at stake. Right. So I feel like our culture adapted to words in different contexts. So I think that when he does with coon, he's doing with coon with nigga in the manner that you're talking about. But the problem is black people have defined that a specific purpose.
White people didn't create it.
No, white people didn't create it. Black people create it, and you know what coon means. Like, nobody uses coon unless they're talking about a coon as Jason Woodlock as Uncle Ruckus as nigga. That's the only time.
Okay, yeah.
But when you say nigga, you can be saying nigga in a passionate way. You can be saying nigga in an aggressive way. It depends on how you say nigga, on what does nigga mean. So I think that the way we learned to deal with words and conceal words, I think we're so embedded in our intent in our words. I feel like black people will have more intent with the words they speak. That's why it's always miscommunication barriers between black and white people. I think white people, I can't completely define how white people communicate. Mm-hmm. To me, it seems like it's mostly more sarcastic and more. I don't know. But I feel like
we kind of got our
we do, but I
shit.
think it's different. I could be using the wrong example, but
I get it. No, that's exactly what it is.
And,
it is
black
sarcasm.
People, we're more emotional. Like if for some reason we're more. See, I'm finna get all into some extra astrology as with your emotions and shit like that. Because I was kind of looking in astronomy and it talks about how it's more into like how the planet's rotation and everything that's rotating and how emotions are controlled by energy and shit like that. So just going more into like energy. I just feel like black people, we're more energetic. We have more energy. Our flow, our aura is more different with white people. And so when it comes to words like nigga,
shit, when we get loud, they get scared.
Dog. Because and we can be joking. It can be a whole fucking. You ever scared? White people get scared, but that's because
I can remember two scenarios specifically. At my first job, like it was a bunch of black dudes. We all worked together.
But don't get that wrong. And don't get me wrong. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut.
No,
off
go
your
ahead
story.
because I kind of caught you off.
And don't get me wrong. I think that is changing because of music and movies. So I do think that there's white people who have that aura in them because they were around it. So I think that when nigga is said, I think nigga is more weaponized. I think the people who want to be like that, they weaponize it more than embrace it. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like they want to use nigga, but if a white person call him nigga, then they want to feel like a victim with it because they know what comes with nigga. Because they know what white people define nigga as. And that's the thing too. Because we know what nigga means because we were called it and we had to deal with it. We have a better understanding. We know how to use the word for our power. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying that it's right for white people to say nigga. I feel like you should say whatever you want to if it feels right, but you have to deal with the consequences of what you say. I'm a firm believer if a white person say nigga and I punch him in his face, it's probably because I felt uncomfortable with him saying nigga because, again, most white people I know don't say nigga. And if every time I've been called nigga by a white person, it's been in a negative, aggressive manner. And again, that goes into how you engage into a conversation. Most white people who say nigga, they either saying it uncomfortably, they forcing it, or they saying it to hurt your feelings. Black people saying nigga, we could be meaning 26 different things, man. Nigga is 26.
And in those 26, we could be trying to offend you.
Yeah, and even in one of those, you getting the nigga too. So that's what I'm saying. And we know the power of that word. I think words, like once you start looking at words like in different light and shit like that, you can kind of get more of a sense of it because I get what Terry Crews trying to do, but it's like, nigga, no. If white people can call them coons that way, yeah, sure, let them do it. But no, nigga, you a coon because you talking like a coon. And the only reason I'm disappointed in him is because, nigga, Gabrielle Union had your back when you was going through that whole sexual charge shit. And that's what the fuck pisses me off the most about him is the fact that when you were going through your shit, black women had your motherfucking side.
That was the very next thing I was going to go to.
Black women had your side.
If that nigga was riding for shit like... No, that was my thought. If that nigga went this hard as he going right now is to defend himself as from being a coon, when that nigga grabbed his dick in front of his wife, he should have went this hard.
Listen, but no, hold on.
That's how hard he should have went. This energy he putting into that shit, he should have put that into that shit when that nigga grabbed his dick.
But that's because it didn't happen.
In front of his wife.
That didn't happen. He fucked that guy. Somebody found out and he got mad, so he got raped. Listen, I don't have to be, listen. And us as black people know when niggas are lying. That nigga was lying about that story. That nigga didn't get raped. That nigga didn't get his dick grabbed by no white dude. That nigga fucked that white dude. Somebody found out. He tried to cover his tracks.
If you can go this
hey,
hard
Terry Crews, please. I'm just assuming, y'all. This is
allegedly.
This is what is in my mind. This is the reality I created in my mind because I am poor and I have nothing else to do with my time but focus on other people's life problems because it brings me self-satisfaction that I'm not going through that shit that bad. But I truly believe when he said that story, because I absolutely agree with you.
Yeah, because
I don't give a fuck what position you in, nigga. If anybody grab my dick, I'm beating your motherfucking ass.
But that's why it's so hard to even see if you go to bat this hard for somebody calling you a word, but when a nigga grabbed your dick, you just froze?
Because he's lying, man. He's lying, bro.
What is
this nigga is, I'm sorry, bro, but this nigga is lying. He's in a Jussie Smollett situation, bro. He lied about fucking that dude, man. And instead of just admitting he fucked men, and we wouldn't care about Terry Crews fucking men. We'd clown his ass, but I don't think that would make his life worse. He wants to live that lie. And also now he's feeling some type of way because he talking to try to be the bridge, and nigga, you don't sound like the bridge. You sound like a coon. So instead of just admitting he fucked that white man,
a black person should not be the bridge for this shit.
But I think, hold on, I think that's the thing, man. I think, you can't fuck a white man and then like talk bad about him. So I think because he fucked that white man, allegedly, God, man, I swear to you, listen,
this is just speculation.
Listen, this probably never happened. He probably did get raped, and if he did, that's unfortunate. I'm just saying, from the way I'm seeing this story, the way it's sounding, the energy he's putting towards certain things, I just, man, how you can't diss somebody who you let fuck or fucked, that's like. You can't fuck no girl and then like talk shit about her. I mean, you can, but that'll make you like a shitty person. Yeah, you gonna he don't want to look like a clown ass nigga. He don't want to look like a clown ass nigga. He want to look like a coon. He want to look like a coon.
Oh, word? You don't like white people now all of a sudden.
Terry, really? The things you've done to me.
Now you don't like white people.
Oh my God. You goddamn it.
It's all alleged. Speculation.
Are you fucking serious right now? Terry, you fucking serious? You told me you loved me. This is how you talk to us? I'm going to get rid of your show. I'm sorry. No. I'm sorry. Hey, man. Allegedly, but hey, man. Hollywood, bro. I'm telling you, money make niggas real money. Can we have that conversation? Can we have that conversation? That money conversation. And niggas' devotion to it. Niggas' morals to it. Everything
deep.
to it.
No, that's deep.
Because money, real money that is gonna and people do play that game. You see shit like, would you do a sex tape for $2 billion? Of course, you see $2 billion. But when real money is in play, motherfuckers switch up. Motherfuckers' true colors will show. If you can benefit your life, you will sacrifice your moral compass, Shit, think about how we do it in our everyday life. We sacrifice our morals, our self-being to go to fucking regular jobs and work for shitty pay, to listen to motherfuckers who stupid enough to tell us what to do, to racist-ass people to control how we dictate and live our life. How you gonna judge the next motherfucker for doing it the way he wanted to do it? If he wanted to fuck a white man to get a show on ABC to put his family in a better situation, hey, that's his life. Let him live it. Like, what the fuck that got to do with you? Like, again, allegedly, but I'm just saying, that's how shit be. Like, we sit here and we judge people for the wrong shit. We put moral towards the wrong shit. Nigga, you want to clown a girl for getting fucked for money when you get fucked in different ways. Like, she might get physically fucked, but her life is probably spiritually, mentally better because she's mentally put that shit for, and I'm only using sex to just be the fucking asshole to make it that deep, but it could be with anything, fam. We get fucked all the time, nigga, with taxes, with nigga the hours we work. Insurance. Just imagine how you live your life. You have to structure your life for a job that just make the shit a place you hate. Like, fam, people just be money, bro. Real money talks. But you will realize what the fuck a motherfucker would do for some real money. Like you said, niggas will sell their souls for some money.
Sell their soul quick. Well, while we talking about alleged, man, see this, what you think about this Meg shit? This Meg and Tory shit.
I've only paid attention to it because I listened to the Joe Budden podcast. So not much, but they made some.
Hey, I've been in that position now for like a whole month because I got off social media for a month. I used to listen to like 20 podcasts. Yeah. And I only listen to theirs. Like if I listen to theirs, I go back to their old shit. So I feel you on that.
So I'm going to get into it, but I just want to tell you, for the past couple months, I've just been biking and working out.
Yeah.
Nigga, I'm 209.
Yeah. Okay.
And nigga, I've been just
I see you. You looked in. You looked in the last time I saw you.
Last time I saw nigga was chubby as a motherfucker. I'm telling you, so I just been like you. Like I'll be on Facebook. Like I didn't even have social media for a while. I still don't have my Twitter back, so I haven't been on Twitter. Twitter be taking me away from shit, so I really be having to take
get lost in that shit.
Dog, for real. Dog, that shit could have your life, man. Twitter is great.
You ain't even got to scroll. You could just open it. The first thing you see, you be like, you
what
in
the
comment.
Fuck, for real? Did the comment? Did the comment? Like, Twitter's disgusting with it, bro. That's like the dark web, man, for real. I love Twitter, but that shit can get distracting. So I don't have Twitter. I be on Facebook, Instagram, and shit, just because I've been like really working on my self-confidence and trying to be more comfortable in my body and shit and just be more, because I can't do shit. Remember just telling you I can't do shit creative? So I just started focusing on just like fitness, working out, getting better at working out, getting more consistent working out, eating better and shit like that.
Something to focus on. Yeah.
Until I get back into that creative bag. So it's been slowly happening. So no, I'm with you, nigga. If Joe Budden them talk about it, that's how
the only reason I know about it.
But apparently they was dating at Kylie Jenner's house. And
they was. What I don't know if they still not confirmed that they was dating.
Bro, what
but they have been kicking it a lot, apparently. Yeah.
How they know each other? They got a song together?
Through the game, I guess. Through the fucking industry.
How tall is Meg Thee Stallion?
I have no idea.
Could you look that up?
She got to be at least 5'10".
Okay, all right, cool.
To be a stallion?
Nah, bro. Yeah, stallions do be like 5'10". Yeah, I done met some stallions.
Did you know that a stallion is only a male horse can be a stallion?
So we probably shouldn't be calling women stallions. So I'm never saying that again.
I just found out what the female version of it. But a stallion can only be a male horse.
Okay, cool. So now that we know what words mean, that's why it's important to know what words mean, guys. I'm not using that word in that context ever
according
again.
to this, Siri knowledge says she's 5'10".
Okay. And how tall is Tory Lanez? I'm pretty sure
according to the reports of his arrest, he's 5'2".
Okay. All right. So right there. Yo, how he get this? Yo, how what happened to Moneybag? Yo, like what happened?
On the low, she might be one of like those kind.
She an Aquarius.
She might be one of those kind of like dominatrix ass women.
Bro, she's 5'10". I'm pretty sure she's very intimidating. I can see her being a very what's the word I'm looking for?
Like
a very intimidated woman to where, and I don't mean intimidated into like fear and shit. Like she has an aura, like she's a tall, beautiful black woman. So
like her presence is
felt.
felt.
Her presence is felt. So I'm pretty sure,
and she makes sure it's it.
Yeah. So, but yeah, he shot her in the foot.
Apparently, both feet.
But did she say come out her mouth that Tory Lanez
not came out her mouth?
So why do they think that he shot her in the foot?
I do not believe it.
I don't believe it either. Don't get me wrong.
Personally.
Okay.
And it's certain people that's like picking and choosing certain things that she's saying and like
yeah, you're gonna have
okay,
that.
she's kind of alluding to it, but it's some stuff is be like, because she said the words that she exactly said is, "I was shot in a result of a crime committed against me." Now, that's not saying that me being shot was the crime.
Is that what she said?
Yeah.
Say that one more time.
I was shot.
She was shot
as a result of a crime being committed against me.
Okay, and what is Tory Lanez's position in this? Like, is he a witness?
He's nothing. I don't even know if he's a suspect. Okay. He was just charged with carrying a firearm.
Are two of these people, are they signed to record labels?
Tory is not anymore.
But the music that he made, does he own it all? Is it a part of that? Are we sure? Because typically when you do
according
music
to him, he owns it.
So, but they still have an invested interest in him. I'm
sure there are people after him getting off of a label. I'm sure there are people that have an invested interest.
Okay, so Meg Thee Stallion, is she also?
She is signed. I'm not quite sure exactly to who.
So maybe, just maybe, both parties just protecting both parties. It just seemed like she trying to tell y'all without fucking up her bag or fucking up what she got going, because Meg Thee Stallion just finished the song with Beyonce. So, it's very possible for her to want to protect her interests, but also having awareness. And maybe they can't fully say what happened because it would expose somebody else. So.
And see, I've heard a lot of people say she's hiding something. That's why she's not saying.
I mean, someone who doesn't tell you who shot them typically is hiding something, unless they really don't know who shot them. Like when I got shot, I didn't know who shot me because it was like 2:00 in the morning. No, 10. It was 10 o'clock at night. The nigga was black in Florida with braids, so the nigga matched the night shadow.
So she's signed to 300.
Okay,
and she's managed by Rock Nation.
Okay,
but yeah, keep on.
But for a person to know that a crime was committed against her, to admit that she was shot because of an act against her, right? That's right. What you said she said? So she knows who shot her, but she doesn't want to say because maybe the person who shot her has an impact on her interest in the long run. Maybe this... and it has affected her because she got shot. And do you think did she show like a bullet hole wound?
No.
So do you believe that she was shot? Let me ask you. She
had surgery, and I guess there's documents.
So do you believe that she? But do you believe she was shot? Like, do you think that you could?
I don't know. I really don't know. This is my thoughts on it.
Okay.
If she was shot, and I've only heard one person say this, and I've had this thought for a minute, but
getting shot in the foot is a motherfucker.
I think Tory was defending her.
Okay. So
I think somebody else was trying to do something. And somewhere in it, who shot her, I don't know. But the thing is like, if he got charged with possession of a gun, and she was shot in the foot,
okay,
and they had to surgically remove the bullets. I mean, how hard is it to charge him? The bullets match the bullets from his gun. Boom, he charged. But he's not.
That's true. But she also not protecting people who saying it though. Or is she? I feel like if he didn't have nothing to do with it,
just say he didn't have nothing to do with it.
She would have had to say that because she would have been.
But then it could be the other way. It's like if he had something to do with it, just say the nigga did it.
Of course he had something to do with it. I can allegedly guess what happened if you want me to. So
go ahead. This is all alleged. It's probably the name of this episode. Alleged.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I feel like they were at the party, kicking it. Tori seen some shit he was uncomfortable with. Like when you out, you see your girl, she having a good time. Okay, you cool. Oh, she doing a little too much. Let me go on over there and put that in check because, there's rumors that they were dating. So,
right.
You see your girl doing some shit that you uncomfortable with at the Kylie Jenner's house. Nigga, you gonna try to show your manhood. So, I'm 5'2", so I just instantly walk out the chair. I don't get up. I just walk. I walk up to Meg. I jump and I tap her on her back.
I jump.
I missed the second time because she was moving. Fuck it. I just stand straight and slap her on her ass. Turn around. What? What, Tori? The fuck you doing? Nigga, you don't control me. Of course. This is Meg Thee Stallion. She's the hottest female artist out right now. You can't control her in that situation. So I think they got to arguing. Bitch, we finna go. All right, whatever. This nigga tripping as go, which normally will happen. Y'all get out. Get out. Don't fight in the house. Don't let these people see your bond in a vulnerable state because people will judge you. You don't want to see that. You want to do that shit alone. If you smart.
Yeah.
They went to the car. This nigga tried to get aggressive with her. He tried to, when you grab your girl, like, come on. You know how you grab your girl? Come on, girl. Doing too much. Like, mind you, I'm 5'2". So I jump and grab her arm. I angle wrong. She swings and throws him on the car. He said, man, fuck this shit. Go out, get his gun because she's 5'10" and I'm 5'2". And, tried to scare her. Like, yo, you bugging. Like, what the fuck? You big ass ain't finna whoop me. I'm gonna shoot your big ass. Like, shit, I don't give a fuck. I'm 5'2". And accidentally shot the gun. And now we here. So that could be the story. I don't know. Allegedly. But I'm saying, for him to shoot Meg Thee Stallion, I can see that happening because I'm 5'2". And she's like 6'3" to him. So, just little man syndrome. That's unfortunate if that's the case because you shouldn't have to shoot her. And whatever happened at that party is unfortunate. But if she really got shot, though, that's fucked up. And like, you don't want that shit to happen. So, I'm with you. I don't know everything, but I don't think that's a true story. I feel like if shit like that should be cut dry, like if you just being honest in that situation. Like this nigga Tory Lane shot me. If that's the case.
That's what I'm saying. It's like.
And it ain't nothing on there. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I hope she's all right though, man, because
I just want to say.
She cold.
Yeah.
She bro. She
nice.
Bro, she
I ain't gonna lie. I don't like her smile, but.
Bro, she got that. She kind of got the face of this girl I used to talk to, and me and her still cool, so I like her face. But I probably shouldn't have said that. But oh well,
Well, I just want to, before we get to the next thing, I just want to apologize. It ain't like she heard what the fuck I said, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I want to apologize because.
Who are you apologizing to?
To Meg, not the last episode, but the episode before that. I think she made a post about like protecting her energy, and I was like, she was sharing the shit out of her energy. She was bouncing around, hanging out with a lot of people. And then she made the post about, how she lost her mom and shit, her dad gone, her grandma gone.
Yeah.
So I know how tough that can be. When you lose people, you try to fucking drown that shit out.
That's because you niggas who don't believe in astrology and energy and how it works.
I
be dismissing when motherfuckers, because females be saying that shit and y'all like, this bitch, she just.
We briefly touched on that.
Okay.
I said, I believe in protecting your energy.
Yeah.
Right now, at this point in my life right now, I am practicing the shit out of protecting my energy.
Hey, you got to.
I'm practicing the shit out of protecting my energy right now in my life. So I believe in that shit. But you know, at the time, some people be using it. It be like, no, come on now.
But I'm with you because...
And then some people be using it and they be attacking other people's energy.
And I definitely can see why you say that about Meg Thee Stallion, because all we've been seeing her this year is just being out there, not out there in a negative way, but just energy wise.
You just see her with a bunch of people.
You just feel her presence everywhere.
Yeah,
and that comes with it. Eventually, that shit turns into something else. That's why you gotta,
it's like protect my energy.
But you also can't tell people to protect your energy. You should only protect your energy. You just have to work on that as a person. You have to figure out ways how to maneuver that. That's nobody else's job. That's only job but your own. And I mean, you can suggest for people to do it, but doesn't mean they have to listen. And that's what happens when you put yourself in a position to be noted in that manner. And it's unfortunate because
And see, that's why she spoke on that. She said, I thought I was mingling and surrounding myself and interacting with people that were good for my energy and helping me feel better.
But also
she was wrong.
She from Houston. And I remember Meg Thee Stallion on the rooftop with a whole bunch of niggas giving off, I'm that street bitch vibe. So, you right. It probably couldn't have been Tory Lanez. It could have been some shit that caught up because that shit be happening. Motherfuckers know where everybody at all the time. So, yeah, but we don't want to see our black women getting hurt out here. So I definitely agree. Meg, please get well. I love you, baby. Just know that I would never, if you wanted to do your thing in the club, I'll let you be great. I don't care. I hear you like girls too. And I would be comfortable with you doing that. Allegedly, you are a very sexual, open-minded lady. So, which you should be, because who cares? Sexuality is a choice. And I'm okay with what you choose to do with your sexuality. I would even like to be a part of it if we could. But I'm going too far ahead of this because we don't know each other yet.
She protecting her energy.
But I will protect your energy. Yeah, I will do that for her. I'm listening, see? So just know I'm a good listener. So I will protect your energy.
Wow. Well, horrible transition here, but fuck it. Sports is back. Well,
you niggas really don't. Back. You niggas really listen. You niggas really need to open up to the people y'all love that y'all miss sports this bad. That can't be y'all only getaway. Y'all niggas. Sports is not that important during a time like this.
But we ain't got nothing else. You can't go. You can't go to the
mingle
movies.
With your friends. Go talk to people. Have conversation, nigga.
But we couldn't do that.
Yes, you can. We got phones.
Supposed to be doing it.
We can do this shit all. We've been doing all these Zoom things. It's been. Listen, man. I don't know. I think where my mind is now, I hate big corporation in sports, so I kind of just have a distaste for professional sports. I mean, don't get me wrong. If I see some shit on TV, I'll just peep game because I am a sports guy. I love sports. But like now, it's just kind of like, it's not my interest. Like I don't give a fuck about football no more.
Why not? What happened?
Just because I just feel like they're very hypocritical. I feel like they're really pandering to black people. And I feel like and even when they wasn't pandering, they was very disrespectful to the people who carry their league, who bring money to that culture. People don't fucking realize.
But I mean, the people that's in these leagues allowed that to happen. Especially in the NFL. I said it when the cap shit was happening.
Yeah, no.
I was like, no, fuck that nigga.
I agree with you.
Stop playing.
I agree with you, but that's not going to take away my personal feelings against it. So I do agree with you. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I agree with you. It's like that because they allow it to be that way. Because I always say shit like, man, the players union, shit like that. But again, that's none of my business. I don't get paid to play the sport.
Right.
I'm just a spectator. So I don't have that passion for it to get that far. But in terms of that, but when it comes to like how they run the league and how they're getting away with the shit, I have a big distaste for it. I just think that is real disrespectful. So that's why I appreciate the sport, but I hate who's running it. So, if it was another league, I was watching. Like when the one league came out, I kind of watched the games that I could watch. Like and I think
what, XFL?
Yeah, no, not I watched a couple of the XFL games, and then when they had the NAL that just passed, or some other one, it was some other one that the AAFL.
Oh yeah,
the
American,
Trent Richardson was in it and shit like that. It wasn't bad, and they had it is a great opportunity. I think that the power hold that they have on the access to playing the sport is disrespectful. I think that you sit here and they do it great. NFL is probably the greatest in marketing. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, in terms of a business, making money, putting themselves in the best position to make the most money off a moment, the NFL, no form of entertainment does it better. Football is the only sport that owns a day. If you really think about it. No others.
Super Bowl?
They own not
Sunday
only that.
period?
No, Sunday. Sunday is football. Even in the offseason, you have like that football itch, nigga. You might watch a highlight. You might talk some football, some shit. Like, nigga, or practice it or something. It's just that, fam, you guys, we sit here like, all right, I'll give you a prime example. Dakota Prescott. All I see is people talking about how this man shouldn't get paid. Like, oh, he's not worth it. He's not worth it. He's not worth it. They can't afford him. They can't afford him. Jerry Jones has a $1 billion stadium. How can he? Why do they have salary cap in professional sports, fam? Like, the owners don't have a salary cap.
That's a whole...
The players have a salary cap. Like, what the fuck do y'all talking about? What jersey numbers are y'all wearing? Who do y'all go to see? Who do you play on with Madden?
Sports that got capital. That got.
I know. Yeah.
And they are the most...
But people don't... Wait. One thing that people don't really look... One thing that made the commissioner of the NBA...
I was just going to make that point.
He was very savvy with how he controlled the money and how he positioned. He got that shit from the NFL. But
at least they got where when revenue...
Yeah, no. But that's why I don't compare the NBA to the NFL in that manner. At least don't get me wrong. That. The NBA still a little bit greedy, but no, the NBA definitely... was like, because I can definitely see, you can definitely tell by the legends that he would go to them and let them know, like, look, I'm going to put you in a position to make your money, but you got to be able to do this. Like, you can kind of tell that on how the players move, or they learned that in some other shit. But the NBA, you can tell, like, they do that a little bit with black culture. They do that. The NFL don't do none of that shit at all, man. And it's like, you watch that shit, and football is, fam, them niggas be flying, bro. Like, the NFL ain't no joke. Like, we just like...
Them niggas could die on any play. The best... Like, literally.
Athletes. Money breeds athletes. Look how much money they got. Them niggas be like... Ain't like, motherfuckers be like, oh, he's trash. Like, fam, you couldn't even be in that guy's atmosphere if he was doing what he was doing. Like, those are gladiators. You don't have the balls. Them niggas are gladiators. Like, them niggas are gladiators. Like, for real. You don't have the balls. Them niggas are legit the modern day gladiators, bro.
I played football, and I just knew, like, I don't know about that. Especially, like, on defense, like, them niggas just be loose.
Bro.
Like, they go and tackle, and they just the fucking missile.
From high school football, I had 2 concussions. My pinky don't go straight. I remember I pulled my groin. I got 3rd-degree burns on my legs, bro. Right. And I played high school. Like, just imagine. And people don't realize.
Pro with grown-ass men.
Doing that shit.
That work out every day and got 0.2% body fat.
Like, and don't get me wrong. Niggas will have to do all that and don't be 100%. Like, just because they tell y'all they not 100% don't mean they 100%. People be like, oh, he healthy. No, that nigga probably had to take some fucking drug to amp his leg so he not feel the pain to hit a nigga. Like, the shit is like, football's had people. I think people who don't play, who hasn't played football, and I played only on a high school level, and it was intense. So, and my school was trash.
They say it's literally like being in a fucking car crash.
Yeah,
like every play is just
and I used
being
to
in
love
a fucking car
hitting
crash.
Niggas. Like, I went from being scared to hit niggas to being one of them niggas who, I'll go get hit. I remember getting trucked by niggas and just liking the feeling of it. Like, nigga, yeah, like, let's do this again. Like, I'm like you. When I got older, like, when I'm like senior year, I'm like, bro, my team trash. I ain't getting no better. I ain't focused on this. Do I want to endure the pain? Because all I got hurt was my senior year. I never got hurt freshman year, sophomore year, junior year. And my junior year, nigga, I got my name from hitting niggas. That's how I got to be, like, on the position I was on my team. Because, nigga, I ended up being a better defensive end than a wide receiver. And my passion was to be a wide receiver. But I was just lazy and shit like that. But I was always good to quickly get off the ball, attack, get on the edge, So I was good at getting sacks. I was good at blocking punts. I was good at blocking field. Nigga, I was the type of nigga that like, I'm gonna block this punt and tip that shit. Like, oh shit. Like, so, you know, and it's like, you see that. It's niggas who can far past do that shit. Like, it's niggas who put their body like animals. Like, they treat that shit like a fucking jungle, like gladiator type shit, bro. Those niggas are elite as fuck. And like the way they treat them and the way that they give them, the way they treat their contracts, the way they discuss their contracts, them niggas only talk money when it comes to the players.
The way they treat them after they done playing.
Those type,
most of them niggas go
fighting.
broke.
Yeah. And people want to blame it just on them. It's like, nah, fam. They don't make it no better by how they treat you, what they put you through.
Because it's like afterwards you got all type of medical bills and shit. It's like, of course I'm gonna be fucking broke.
Fam, pay this nigga his whatever he 500. What Patrick Mahomes getting 500? Give it all to him because he's gonna make you $1 billion. That's why them niggas get paid. Like people always like motherfuckers will say like, oh, they wasted that money on Michael Redd. No, they did not. He might not have showed that shit on the court, but y'all, I was seeing you niggas in that ugly ass green 22 jersey. I was seeing you niggas out there going to the Bucks games. Like, nigga, don't front and don't shit on his name like that. It was some Michael Redd fans out there, and y'all got to realize it's a business.
You got me. I'm one of them niggas.
Okay,
like man,
fam,
they wasted money on this nigga. This is not him specifically.
Yeah, but his
I've
talent,
said that. It's like, what the fuck?
He's wasting
the money and he ain't doing shit.
Yeah.
But it's like you said.
That's why Kobe can be at his age and get 2 years, $100 million. Because, nigga, Kobe didn't even have to. They could have paid Kobe those 2 years and he could have just sat on the bench and they would have made that return. Like, that's business, fam. You gotta realize these are businesses as well. So you can sit here and shit on Dak Prescott. Like, I hate when they do Dak denied the money. Why? We don't need to know that. Y'all negotiating. When you negotiate, you don't tell people about your tactics. You don't tell people what's going on.
That's part of negotiation.
That's what I'm saying. No, I know. Exactly. If I was a player, I'd be saying shit like that too. Like, like that's why players do it. But then when players do it, oh, he's being selfish. How can a nigga be selfish when he just built $1 billion stadium, bro? Mm-hmm. Like, how is he being selfish? Like, what do y'all think about when y'all be saying this shit? And it be like, man. But I just hate how professional. Honestly, I'm still getting more into UFC. I don't know that much about Dana White, but I'm getting into the UFC more. I'm excited. I'm trying to learn more about boxing. I'm trying to get more interested in martial arts. When I get to Arizona, I'm going to pick up like jiu-jitsu or karate. I'm checking up some martial art in the next year. Like next year, a nigga finna try to be a belt martial artist in something. So that's another focus. So I've been more focused on just watching like contact sports and shit like that. So.
Well, that's the perfect transition then. What do you think about fucking Tyson versus Jones Jr.?
All right, before we had this talk, you a boxing guy?
Not really, no.
All right, do you know about Roy Jones Jr.?
From what I hear, he's one of the greatest.
I remember whenever the time period when I would see my dad, because my dad wasn't in my life, but sometimes I nigga be like, all right, I'll take your ass. Like, fuck. And he was like, you know, I think like, all right, damn, like fuck, like his mom needs some time. My mom probably stressing my mom out and shit, and she was like, just take this nigga. And he took me on a little with him for a while, you know, great moments. But right. I remember, you know, watching just like Roy Jones Jr. fights. Mm-hmm. Like that nigga was fast and strong. When he was like Floyd Mayweather speed with Mike Tyson punching power type shit. Like, he's the type of nigga that will be dancing in your face, doing a jerk, dodging you, laughing, and bink, bink. Like, he was a great. So
yeah, I heard fucking Charlemagne say he was the Patrick Mahomes of boxing at that time.
Nigga,
he would do
look
shit
up his
that you would be
if you
like,
ever get a fucking chance. It's a fight where the nigga put his hands behind his back. Yeah, they talk about that too. Boom. Like he wouldn't like, it's not just one fight.
Yeah.
He would be doing that shit. He'll do shit like, and then knock a nigga out. Like, for real. You're like, what the fuck, bro? Like, you would be like, yo, what the fuck? Like, that nigga did one of these one time, and the nigga came and then he turned it to a punch, and you like, dog. Like, the nigga was just electrifying. But I also remember Tyson. I don't know if you remember Mike Tyson.
I'll eat your kids.
Yeah, but a very fast and strong fighter.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson was a small heavyweight. The reason why he dominated was because he was faster and he was stronger than most of the guys he fought. When he fought greats, he had good fights. Mike Tyson's my favorite. Him and Muhammad Ali are my favorite boxers. Muhammad Ali is more my favorite because of his personal life, like his mind and like how he was. His fighting is too, with his philosophy and the way he approached fighting. So Muhammad Ali is one of my greats, but Mike Tyson, in terms of a pure fighter, someone like, how can I compare it? He was like a fucking that. You know when you play like a video game or like you will see like superheroes got to fight like that one unstoppable fucking being.
Yeah.
Like that was like Mike Tyson. Like he would just fuck niggas up.
Yeah.
You get a whole HBO special and the shit over in seconds, you know? And so I don't know. I've been listening to that nigga podcast. He sound like he at peace, but he got some inner rage in him. And them niggas in these videos been looking like I looked at Roy Jones Jr. video. That shit wasn't impressive.
Yeah.
But he's old. Mike old too. But Mike looking
older,
good.
though, right?
Huh?
Mike older, right?
Yeah. But I don't think about that much though. You might have to look it up. I know Roy Jones was a little bit after Mike. But Roy Jones was around when Mike was around. They were just in different weight classes. But I think Roy was a little bit after. But Roy was more of he's a middleweight, a lightweight. A lightweight, a middleweight, a cruiserweight, and a light heavyweight champion. I remember he fought up to go to James Toney.
Oh yeah, only 3-year difference.
Yeah, he went up to fight James Toney, and James Toney beat him. They went the whole fight, and James Toney beat him. I don't know if you know who James Toney is, but he was this boxer. Mm-hmm. He was like real defensive, but he was like short arm, so like he ended up going to the UFC and fought, but he lost to James Toney and they fought again and he beat him in the third. And I remember watching that. I watched that fight with my dad. I remember watching him fight James Toney, and I didn't know like that much about boxing, but I remember watching it. It was like, damn, like why he lose? Like how he lose? And then I remember him fighting again, and then he fucked him up. Like so. I kind of always had my eye on boxing, but I don't know a lot about the art of boxing per se. I just like the sport of it. So I think it's dope, man. One of the guys who I like used to play on Fight Night, like Roy Jones was that nigga. Like I have memories of watching that nigga do this shit. Like what the fuck? Like just watching this shit. Like dog got them hands. Like and he was just quick as fuck. Like that's what he was known for, just his speed and his power. And like Floyd type shit. Like you couldn't touch the nigga. Like you would be trying your hardest and he'd be goofing and shit, dancing around you. Like he'd be dancing and dodging like fucking hooks and jabs and shit. And you'd be like, what the fuck? And then he just knock niggas out. So I think that shit's good, man. You know who's supposed to be that undercard?
That's what I was just about to ask you.
Fam, why are these niggas fighting? Why are these
just about to ask you that.
What happened with that, dog?
Or Nate Robinson and what's the nigga name? Jake Paul? Logan Paul?
Is it Jake or Logan? Because it's two of them niggas.
Oh, yeah, they are brothers.
They brothers.
Right? Yeah. I think it's Jake. I think it's Jake Paul.
Have you seen Jake?
I've seen him. Yeah. Nigga look like he in shape.
Bro, he's done some boxing before.
Yeah, he's done this, right?
He been training.
Some other YouTubers and shit
some
before.
Black
yeah.
Fam, I thought that shit was clownery. Did you see them fights?
No. I've seen a little bit. I saw like highlights.
I was gonna say it's not like the best type of boxing, but no, them niggas they got some training and shit. Yeah, I was like, damn, I was shitting on Paul Logan. That Paul, listen, guy, I don't know, but Nate ain't no hoe either. Nah, I thought he was like 5'6", but I forgot this nigga 5'10". Yeah. He's short as an NBA player, but he's a nigga like
he average height nigga. In the NBA, he's short.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's kind of an average height nigga.
But yeah, and that nigga, I watched that nigga dunk over Dwight Howard like 3 times in one night. Like what the fuck? Like, but what'd you think about that fight?
The Jake Paul and
do you know why they fighting?
No, I don't.
How they building up that fight? And that's one thing too I like about fighting, like the build-ups of fights too. So, yeah.
I mean, I want to see it. I just want to see Nate Robinson fight. I'm interested in seeing that.
I think I'm gonna see that too.
But
it's an exhibition though. They can't knock nobody out.
Oh, they can't?
Nah, I seen somewhere they said they can't knock each other out. I don't know, man.
So what happens if somebody get knocked out? Like it can happen. It's boxing.
Yeah, but I think that they're going to not be with that intent into the fight. Like, but that's the thing
So
about
no.
But that's the thing about fighting. So it's like,
so it's kind of forcing them to just play points.
No, not that. Because that's the thing. Fighting is this is one thing I like about like watching fighting and just learning about martial arts and fighting is as much as it's an art, it's a sport, it's a mind game. That's why I like the build up and everything. It's like they're going to put on a good fight to where if they knock a nigga out, it just happened. Like, I don't know if somebody get knocked out, I don't think it's gonna be like, oh, that person lost.
Right.
Like, in
but
terms
it's
of
like they just don't want you to come in there with haymakers type shit.
type shit, like because when you box, like you don't always try to knock a nigga out when you box. You just like you boom, boom, boom. Like shit like Manny Pacquiao is really good at just rampaging you. Like he's really good at coming at you because
that other dude too. I think he was known for Ricky Hatton, I think.
Yeah. Hatton was good at that. Who else? I can't even think of them, man. See, I know boxing, but I don't really know boxing.
Yeah, I don't know boxing either.
I'm more into like UFC.
There,
I've been getting more into UFC and shit, but boxing is different. You want the points. Like, well, boxing is if you can knock a nigga out, that's good. But you probably do want the points because, you know, the longer, the more better the fight look, the more you. That's why Floyd fights are so good. Like, think of I always put it in this perspective. Like Floyd, I can see why people hate Floyd Mayweather, but most people who hate Floyd Mayweather didn't follow his early career. Floyd Mayweather used to knock niggas out, but he used to break his hands a lot. He broke his hands a few times.
Hands though, right?
So that's why he changed. Bones. Yeah. So when you watch his fights and people say all he do is run, no,
that nigga is. I've like gone back.
Fam,
and been seeing highlights.
Look,
the quickness of this nigga when it comes to dodging punches.
Fam,
crazy.
Look at his scorecard ratio from punch thrown to land compared to who he fought.
On land on him, it's nasty.
You can't.
It's crazy.
Dog,
how
he's mastered. Fam. First of all, his dad was a beast. His uncle was a beast. So he just was like he was birthed to master that art of boxing. So as I've
seen it and I just be like, oh my God.
But most people, the common people who talk about boxing don't know shit about boxing because most people who know about boxing will tell you like, fam, like the nigga don't run. He's boom, boom, boom. Like
he not run. Yeah, he not running. He just dodging the fuck out of you.
You know when them animes when the motherfuckers be like shh.
Yeah.
Like that's how he moved, dog. It's this one dude that's finna fight. I can't think of his name. He this dog who did like 100 amateur fights. Mm-hmm. So growing up, his dad told I can't think of his name. This is how this is how connected but disconnected I am. It's this dude. His dad made him do ballet before he could box. He had 100 amateur fights.
I think I've heard of that. Yeah.
You ever seen him move in the ring? This nigga be like. I'll watch this nigga completely dodge a straight right, like slide, like a ballerina moving, uppercut a motherfucker at the same time. Damn. Like he once you mad, like that's boxing. It's a mind game. Floyd is, I'ma fuck with you. I'ma get close to you. I'ma show you my shoulder because when we ever watch his fights, when he get in this bag, oh, you ain't touching him. He just got his reaction time. Floyd Mayweather is like one of them niggas, like, if you throw something at him, he probably just dodged that shit just because his body just like, he got a twitch in him. Yeah. So like, for real, when he fight, it's like, bro, like the jab be right here and don't touch him. And he don't be phased. He just be looking at it like, all right, I see you. Bah, bah, bah.
Yeah, move back and shit.
So like, you get into boxing, you start learning about that shit. Like Muhammad Ali was one of my favorites because Ali just everybody he fought, it was something different. He was playing chess with you. You know, Tyson was different. I'm gonna knock you the fuck out. Like I'm faster than you. I'm stronger than you. I'm gonna be there. Like the mother boom boom. Like Roy Jones Jr. was. I'm faster than you. I'm fucking stronger than you. I'm smarter than you, and I look better than you. Every time you fucking when you in the ring with me, you have no fucking chance. And I might fucking do the worm and dodge everything and still knock you out at the same time. And like, some great fights, but that motherfucking Paul Logan and Nate Robinson, I don't know how that's gonna go.
Even to go back, because that just made me think to go back to the stronger survive type shit. Like they talk about how this nigga Floyd can't read and shit.
He probably can't.
But just think about the awareness and the brain power it take to just be able to okay, I can it takes some meameasurements type shit to be if a nigga jab at you and you go just far enough for the nigga to miss you.
But I think people negate the intangibles like the dedication, the time. I think watching this Jordan doc kind of put in perspective oh,
that nigga was different.
But that's what but I think
and even in that watching that, it was so crazy to me.
Dude, I didn't like Jordan until the doc. I mean, I always respected his game.
When I watched it, just because I'm such a Kobe fan, I can just see how much this nigga Kobe really studied this nigga.
It made me so happy, though.
I was watching it, and the whole time, I'm thinking Kobe.
The way people...
And I'm like, oh my God, this nigga really studied this nigga.
Yes. And
deep.
And now I see why people have that awe for Jordan. Because the same way we have that awe for Kobe. Nigga, Jordan was getting it the fuck done. Yeah. I think that dedication, when we going back to Floyd, the guy, he lives boxing. People will clown him for going to Vegas and spending all his money and being flash. Floyd the type of nigga that party late, but 6 o'clock in the morning, he jogging home. He running 2 miles, 3 miles home.
But the nigga don't he don't drink though.
But that's what I'm saying. He don't drink, he don't smoke.
So he can be up all night.
But that's what I'm saying. You judging a book by its cover. But that sells fights because we want to see him get his ass whooped. He played off that. But it's just you got to be smart in different areas. I'm pretty sure, I ain't gonna lie, when 50 talk about him, I can see that being a possibility. I wouldn't be surprised. Fighters typically get taken advantage of because they dedicate so much to the art of fighting that it distracts them and negates them
from
and
makes
them ignorant and stupid to other things, which is not a diss towards them. It's just that's how dedicating your life to something works at times.
Even in the Jordan doc, that's how it was Jordan. Jordan was so dedicated to the sport. He didn't give a fuck about that politics shit in this.
But also
that's how he got caught saying, Republicans buy shoes too.
But that's not stupid. I think that people don't realize Jordan his parents were very smart, and I think that Jordan I think people don't think Jordan was educated on the finances of basketball. I think people just think it just came to him. I think Jordan was strategic as fuck with releasing his shoes. I thought, and he owned them, right? Jordan, if you're watching that doc too, you see that he was always composed. You never seen an outburst. He was a very strategic mover. He always had a certain shoe coming out for a certain game. He started that. Remember, Jordans were big because he dropped 60 in these. He dropped 50 in these.
Right.
So he was very strategic in marketing himself. So I think that he learned early that I can't focus on the outside because what I'm doing is helping me and my family. And we see it so much in basketball. We don't see that. Jordan's rich as fuck off his name still. He's not broke off. No one's making money off of Jordan but Jordan at the end of the day. And I think that was more important to him than anything else. And I think with Kobe, that was important, but I think basketball was just very important to him. I think he had a all for it because he was always great at it. Jordan had to learn. Jordan work ethic made him great. And that's no shit against his talent because he was great at North Carolina. But you see, he said the shit to what they said to Dean Williams. What's the head coach of North Carolina? I'm gonna outwork everybody here. If you can take,
it was I think it was Roy Williams.
Roy Williams.
I think he was
Roy Williams. He said
assistant coach.
I'm going to outwork everyone here. I'm going to be the hardest worker here. And to be the hardest worker, you have to practice. Jordan probably basketball just click. It's like watching LeBron. To me, LeBron's like that. I think basketball, I don't take LeBron political views or his I don't pay attention to that because I know that he's trying to get himself into that and that's okay for him. So that's not for me to judge or hate, but I just feel like some things he say I don't agree with, which is okay. He's LeBron James. But basketball just comes to him it don't fucking matter who you are, what you do, where you at. When he's on the court, he just knows the game of basketball. And I think when you watch Jordan, you see him you see the dedication and what it turned into, because Jordan was taking over games. Like he was taking over games, and he was
that nigga was different though.
And one thing you can appreciate,
it's hard to find that. Like,
but
I'll say talent this. To get that talent, the physical talent of that nigga is like crazy. And to pair that with the mental that nigga had was just, of course he was gonna be the greatest.
Who does this? Who gets beat the fuck up and goes, I just got to get bigger than these niggas. Yeah, I gotta get bigger than these niggas.
It ain't like, they cheat.
Yeah, he didn't treat it like that. He said, like, yo, I need to get bigger than these niggas.
25 pounds, and we're going to go out here and we're going to kill these niggas next year.
Think about, niggas, like, we done did that at the park. Like, oh, these niggas done bust my ass. I was too weak. Like, I remember going through that shit, like, hooping through my gov, like, and I just play basketball. But it was like, I'm playing it, so I might as well, enjoy it. But it's like, I think he really enjoyed basketball and he dedicated his life to it and it benefited him. That's the thing people don't realize. Once you dedicate yourself to it and it benefits you, it's going to reward you. I think people don't see that when they see Floyd and they see certain people. They see the shit that they told. It's like, fam, you can think whatever you want about him as a person, but when you see Floyd Mayweather in a boxing ring, you know for fucking sure that you're getting a grandmaster at the art of boxing. Like, it's past just being a boxer. Like, this nigga literally has created a boxing style that probably will change, that people in 20 years will be the norm, because the nigga is so fucking, it's ridiculous, So I mean, but then on the opposite
end, it's kind of even
end,
like with the branding though. Like, branding as an athlete. Jordan changed branding as
Deontay
an individual athlete. He was like, before Jordan, motherfuckers wasn't getting signature shoes like that. Motherfuckers, like, it wasn't like that. Jordan made that shit.
And you got to take advantage of your opportunities too. I think that, watching him and then you compare him to like a Deontay Wilder who like is a KO king. Like, he knocking niggas out, but he only had one technique, and that was a straight right. A straight right is like a very common punch. And if you can knock a nigga out with a straight right, you are of great value to the sport, until he fought a guy like Tyson Fury, who is like,
that nigga is crazy.
He's like Muhammad Ali, but he's 6'7". So you like,
and Muhammad Ali was a big.
It was right. That's what I'm saying. So it's like, what the fuck? Like, what can you do with him? I remember watching that first fight. Did you see that first fight they did?
No.
I went. So
I just watched. I just seen highlights of both.
So I sat and I went and watched that fight. I was in Atlanta. I was hanging out with some friends, and I'm watching this fight. And I'm pumped for Deontay. I mean, I'm happy for Tyson, because Tyson just getting sober and shit like that. I'm just learning about this guy. Yeah. I didn't follow his whole career, but, he's always been a beast. So, like, I'm like, Deontay got this nigga to go. It's black. You know how niggas get. We be, boxing is also race relations, too. So, I'd have been in a house where nigga, I went to a fight where Manny Pacquiao lost to Avery Bradley. Them Mexicans and Asians was mad at me. I was talking so much shit, I was laughing. But it's like, you watch him fight that fight, and like, Deontay's getting manhandled. And I'm like, fam, he's losing this fight. Everybody, hell no, Deontay win. He gonna get his ass. I'm like, fam, Deontay lost this fight. Like, Deontay is losing this fight, and he's losing it horribly. It's just that fucking Tyson Fury
saved him.
Tyson Fury underestimated the straight right. So I was like, man, if they fight again, that shit gonna be a waste of time. Oh, man, that shit gonna be lit. I'm like, man, this shit gonna be a waste of time. I was like, and after the decision, and I see why they did the decision, because they was expecting Deontay Wilder to knock him out. And if Deontay Wilder would have lost, it would have fucked up boxing money, because they have a profitable champion. Also, boxing is a business. That's why it kind of sucks too, because you have to have a profitable champion. So, and then you watch the second fight. But that's the thing about sports too. You have to come to play. It's not like acting. It's not like music. Your talents won't save you. In basketball, you have to show the fuck up. Now, you can say what you want about LeBron James being a drama queen, or LeBron James this, that, and the other, but I've seen this nigga since he played in high school, and he's done nothing but made his team great and carry every fucking team. And not carry it in a selfish way. Literally, like, puts people in positions without even knowing it.
He done made niggas money.
Fam,
niggas done got contracts they would have never, ever seen if it wasn't for LeBron.
I seen
Tristan Thompson got a contract that he would have never, ever seen.
Y'all don't even talk about this nigga no more. I don't be seeing no star on his 2K. That nigga ain't over 80 on 2K no more.
You would have never seen that contract if it wasn't for LeBron.
He took Eric Snow to the NBA Finals. Eric Snow, Carlos Boozer. Well, I don't think it was Carlos Boozer. Who was on that team?
I think it was Carlos Boozer.
Larry Hughes.
No, it was Gooden. What's his name?
Drew Gooden.
That's
and Drew Gooden was a top pick. Drew Gooden wasn't no bum. He went to Arizona. He was Arizona great. Yeah. So, and we talk about Drew Gooden like he never existed in the NBA, But if you know more basketball, you kind of have more of the respect for the players. Right. But like in terms of like that team, like no one was talking about that team. Like LeBron has literally makes basketball look easy. It's ridiculous. Like. Yeah. And he's been doing it for like 17 years. Like, what the fuck? Like, when is he gonna stop? Like, and it's funny, LeBron, as watching basketball, and I think that's why I have a distaste for basketball because the fans kind of ruin it for me because people who hate on LeBron, they try so hard to like diminish what he's done off of something that doesn't really matter in terms of career. I mean, NBA championship is important, don't get me wrong. But no one will ever be greater than Jordan in basketball just because of the shit we talked about. So that's out of the picture. I think that Jordan is the top. That's it. You're not going to get him higher just because of the impact he had for the game. But the way LeBron plays the game, like he just is like a whole different animal. I watched him from Cleveland to Miami.
Well, see, sometimes it could be the combination. For him, I think it's the combination.
Yeah.
Him and the people that are fans of him put that kind of pressure on him.
That's true.
Make people
No. That's true.
Like he wears number 23.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
That is true. But growing up seeing that, I understand that. So that's why I don't touch that. Like I'm never like that with LeBron. I'm like LeBron's just the greatest basketball player. I don't take him better than Jordan. I don't think he's better than Kobe. Kobe and Tim Duncan are my two favorite players. Like I will argue Kobe up and down. Yeah, I don't care if he was 4 for 30, nigga. Yeah. He was trying to win the game, nigga. Exactly. Like what the fuck was them other niggas doing? Like
and to me, like he had the height, but athletically,
oh God, Kobe
he didn't have what LeBron and fucking Jordan had.
And the thing about Kobe,
physically, like he just had the height. Yeah. But other than that, he didn't have what LeBron and fucking Jordan had. Kobe
was a guy that
fucking Kobe was breaking down at 33. Like he was breaking down.
Remember what he was, but that goes to show. Remember
LeBron, 36. Yeah, he ain't nowhere near.
Motherfucker, like a machine, like a chip in his back. Like that's what I'm saying. Like what the fuck? How can y'all sit here and say that? Like,
and then this nigga Jordan, he didn't even lift weights. No. He didn't lift weights.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't start lifting weights until the Pistons started beating his ass.
Well, I mean, but again, that's why you always have to. That's why you always have to put Jordan up there because Jordan was strategic with this shit. He understood that I'm not physically muscular gifted, so I see Rodman in here hitting it hard. I gotta be hitting it hard. I think, but that's one thing I was gonna say. Jordan learned from his other teammates, whether people realize that or not. Jordan, if you see the players he talked about and he liked, he'll tell you. And you can kind of get a sense he's seen something. Like Jordan can see something. If you play with Jordan, he's seen something in you that he knew he can get out you and he knew it can help him and teach him and help him grow. And you watch how he admired that. You see how he talk about Dennis Rodman? Yeah. That's because Dennis showed him like, yo, this how you do it. And he's like, all right, this how we do it. And you can't let Dennis out and he hates to lose. And like he hates to lose. So I'm sure seeing Dennis in the weight room after going to do cocaine and fucking hookers and shit the same night prior is like, fam, if he can do it while doing all this, I should be able to do it. So Jordan gets that tier because he grew himself. He understood Kobe was great because Kobe understood. He's like the Peyton Manning of basketball, where it's like he understands.
That's a fact. That nigga studied the shit out the game.
Kobe can shoot a left fade jumper, like the shit that people was like, why he shoot that? He can go. Kobe can go 4 for 30 because he shot that shot a million times before, and he just shot it. And sometimes shots miss, and it worked. And
it worked.
That's what I'm saying. It worked.
Practiced it, and this worked.
And that's why
I know I can do this.
And that's why when I used to play with Kobe on 2K,
sometimes the shit don't work.
And that's why when I used to play with Kobe on 2K, I would shoot.
Throw that bitch up there every.
And when nigga, team would have 100 points, Kobe would have 89. Nigga, like I don't listen. Like but see, people who don't pay attention to the sport like that, who just. They think they fans, but they not. You don't see that. Like, them niggas take that shit to the T. Like, Tim Duncan, man, just a very smart, fundamental guy. Yeah. Niggas used to hate his game. His game got it the fuck done. He first PG who could play defense and offense consistently good. He could shoot from anywhere. Yeah. He had great awareness, great defense, And it's just like, niggas, they hate on LeBron because, how can you, fam, this guy has been to the fucking NBA Finals
11 times, 10 times,
fam.
10 times, right? If you go this year, it'll be 11, I think, right?
Yeah. You see what he did to Toronto when he was in Cleveland that last year? Like what? It was like watching a nigga with a 99 2K player play career mode on rookie.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was dragging them niggas. Like, fam. He make the shit look so easy, it's ridiculous. He still have time to share.
This nigga is the reason why DeMar DeRozan got fucking. Did he get traded?
Yeah.
Or did he get let go?
Yeah, that's why they had to get Kawhi. Kawhi the LeBron killer.
That nigga is not.
Fam. People don't realize
Toronto anymore.
Golden State had to build to beat LeBron.
Well, did they beat him the first year?
They beat him the first year.
Right? Before what's his name came, right?
But Kyrie was out. It takes a team to win a championship. I'll never take that away. But shit, if you think about and when he went to Miami, people dismissed that.
I did. I hated it.
Why? I thought it was genius. Cleveland wasn't bringing him nobody. You clearly seen.
That's cool. I wasn't mad at him for leaving Cleveland.
Yeah.
I was mad. Well,
I was mad he left Miami.
Kind of that because
I thought he should have stayed in Miami.
I thought he was going to go back this last time, but
yeah. Nah.
Kind of that is because when you I don't know. I don't believe in saying shit that I feel like I can't get done. And he said, I'm not going to leave till I bring y'all a championship. He left.
But
then it's like even the parent were like, yeah, they was your friends. Okay, cool. But if I got drafted with niggas, no, I'm not trying to play with you. I'm trying to show that I'm the best nigga in this draft class.
Yeah, but it's listen, no one's better than LeBron James. I think I get what you mean.
But that take a little piece away from it.
Yeah, no. But I will say this to that.
I'm not gonna say he not better than them just because he did that.
No,
but it take a little something away.
I think what happened was,
and I'm not mad at him because that's one of the best teams in history to me.
I think he had that
whole 4-year run. One of the best teams in history.
Yeah, them niggas used to get it done. Them niggas used to get it done.
I think they got the second highest winning streak, right?
San Antonio just got the better of them. Dallas it was their first year.
Yeah.
People who don't realize, that team went to the NBA Finals their first year like it wasn't nothing. They just played a better team. A team was better prepared.
After going 2-10 in the first 12 games.
Bro, crazy, dog. But that's basketball. But see, and that's the thing I always tell people. Basketball, the dynamic about football is that any given Sunday, the thing that makes basketball great is that you do the 4 out of the 7 out of the 4 out of 7. You do that because matchups matter. To me, basketball is like a few games of chess or a few games of checkers. Like you got to play more than one, don't you? You just don't play one and you done. When you hoop, you just don't do one game. You play a few. So I think that playoff basketball is great because it gives you an opportunity to where, a Milwaukee can dominate the regular season, but when they have to play Toronto in 7, Toronto can better game plan against them and finish out a series. But that's how playoff basketball works. Regular season is just a cruise to me. That's why I really don't pay attention to it. If half your league can make The playoffs, to me, it's kind of
more than half the league, right?
No, it's half the league. It's 32 teams and 16. No, and
it's more. It's 30 teams and it's 16 teams make the playoffs.
Shit. So you're right. So yeah, that kind of takes the fun out the regular season because these niggas ain't playing for real. I mean, no, don't get me wrong. Like niggas balling, but niggas is still got shit going on. They distracted. They don't get focused until fully focused until playoffs. Now you playing for the bonus check, the championship, the glory, the fame, all the other shit. That's when it gets serious. That's why you can watch an NBA final and be excited every fucking game. That's how you can appreciate a nigga going to 10 of those straight like it's nothing because it's like, fam, what the fuck? Like, niggas don't do this all the time, And niggas, Jordan didn't go to 6 straight. He had to leave a year. And that was because he had some personal shit, what makes it even better because when the nigga came back, he just went back like it was normal. Like so, it was nothing. Yeah, so it's like, fam. Low-key, I'm trying to start an OnlyFans.
Oh shit,
bro! I'm dead ass, dog. I'm dog.
All right,
bro.
So let's knock this last time.
All right, hey, man. I'm willing to talk about it, but we can knock this last topic out.
No, I want to let this last topic.
No, I was just fucking.
When next time you come.
Oh, bro, I'm gonna tell you how my OnlyFans. I'm gonna.
You come back if you want to come back next week. Shit.
Just know, look forward to my OnlyFans ladies that listen to this podcast. If you got any women listeners. I will have an OnlyFans account coming soon, and my body does look nice, and my dick big. So we gonna have some exciting content on the show for y'all. I'm sorry I had to put this on my boy podcast like that. This is for the women, so only the women should listen. I know it's some women that listen.
Why it gotta only be for the women?
That's true.
Can't enjoy it?
But I don't want to know that though. That's my thing. That's my thing, bro. I was talking to my friend about that. I was like, I want to start an OnlyFans, and I got some of my gay friends like low key. Niggas being like, bro, when you gonna start OnlyFans? Yeah. And I'll be like, whoa. But I'll be like, man, like, shit, that $13.99 a month ain't no bad.
Cut this part, but now I'm not.
Don't. You know what's funny? I was just talking.
I was gonna keep this part. I wasn't gonna keep it in the episode.
Yeah. No.
I was gonna keep it.
You can separate it. Well, you can do whatever you want to with it because this is me getting that shit off because I was just talking to my female friend and I was telling her how I was feeling like I literally been just trying to feel more confident in myself and shit like that. And I was like, fuck it. Like, if I can make money off me sexually, like, why not try? I feel like fuck it. It's people.
That's women been saying that all for the longest.
So I'm like, yo,
it's empowering.
So I crack a joke one time. I'm like, yo, I'm finna get my body right so I can start OnlyFans. And then it's crazy. I started cycling and I started losing weight and I'm like, I'm started lifting. But then like I be making little jokes like, man, I'm finna start OnlyFans. Some of my gay friends like, bro, you gonna start OnlyFans? I'm joking.
It's empowering.
But it's like, yeah.
So now you see where women say that.
And then
it's empowering.
I got some female friends like, I can see you with an OnlyFans. I'm like, So I'm like, fuck it. If I can, and shit, nigga, some of these women making that money. I'm seeing that, bro. If I can make money on, listen, I ain't got no kids. The only person who I have to be ashamed, who will be ashamed of me is my mom. And my mom says she will love me no matter what. So I don't care what none of you heathens think about me. If I can make a couple, listen, I ain't even finna front and be like, oh, I need to make a lot of money, nigga. If I can make an extra $600 a week on some OnlyFans, if I can get the $12.99 looking right, why not? So, but you can cut that if you want to. But I did feel uncomfortable on niggas like being interested in my OnlyFans. So I was like, yo, I don't. No. But it's that like that's fucked up though. Like,
yeah.
But shit, hey,
last one out.
All right.
So, you lived in Atlanta.
Yes, I did.
How good them chicken wings at Magic? That's Lil Will's favorite spot. So how good them chicken wings in there?
Before we even get there, let me just say this. All the strip clubs in Atlanta is known for having good food. I one time went to the Blue Flame. I was with my friend Keisha and two of her friends. I got hungry because we smoked a blunt in the car. I said, damn, I'm hungry. One of the strippers said, it's a kitchen over there. Me and my friend look at each other and go, fuck it, let's go get something to eat. I go to order fried pork chops, macaroni and cheese, greens. That was some of the best soul food I ever had in my fucking life. while I was getting a lap dance. It was great. Atlanta has some of the greatest food in their strip clubs. Man. Yes, the wings at Magic City are fucking bomb, I bet. I've never been in there personally because I'm too broke to go in there. Blue Flame got 5 out of lap dances no matter what.
Yeah. Okay.
Magic City.
So it's worth risking missing games?
I wouldn't say that. No, I wouldn't say that. But
going from a 4-day quarantine to a 14-day quarantine.
Yeah, that's where he got the wings from. Oh yeah, I can see that, nigga. You ain't been to a strip club in Atlanta?
No, I've never been to Atlanta.
Oh man, they strip clubs have hookah, pool. You can smoke weed in there. It's a vibe, bro. It's like they strip clubs is butt ass naked too. Yeah. Nigga, I'm talking about I was eating the pork chop looking at vagina, and it was pretty. Oh my God, how am I doing this? Oh, I've become one of those people, but this is so great. Like, man. And they be butt ass naked, and all the women got nice ass bodies and shit, man, because it's Atlanta, it's black women, and I don't want to use the word that we used to call tall black women thick because that means men, and I'm not finna describe them as that. But man, yeah, I can see him risking it.
Man.
Oh God, I'm talking. Oh my God, that shit was like now you got me going to flashbacks of me in the strip club eating the pork chop. But yeah, I can see that happening. Did he get corona or did he get in trouble for that?
He got permission to go to a funeral. So when you leave the bubble,
you should have started with that.
When you leave the bubble, for whatever reason, even if they give you permission, you have to do a 4-day quarantine when you come back.
Okay.
But because he was caught doing something else outside of what he said,
what time was this around
that he went? Yeah, I don't know.
Because the reason I say that is because I can totally.
I don't know. I just seen today that there was a stripper that said he wasn't there just for the food. He tipped me.
I seen that. I seen that.
Very generous.
But I was gonna say, but no. And can I paint a picture?
Go ahead.
All right, man. I'm in Atlanta. It's like 1:30 in the morning. There's nowhere to eat. You can go to Waffle House in Atlanta, or you can go to a strip club in Atlanta and get some food. From my personal experience of being in Atlanta, you probably don't want to be in a Waffle House and be Lou Williams on a weekend because you don't know what the fuck will happen in a Waffle House. If you ever been to a Waffle House, you know that shit can get ugly in a heartbeat. Or
anytime. It ain't even gotta be late.
Yeah, exactly.
It can get super weird. It can get super weird.
Waffle House is the hood of restaurants for real. Like, you don't know what the fuck can happen in a Waffle House.
Weird at any point.
Oh my God, it's crazy, man.
What is this nigga?
What the fuck is going on? Yeah, no, Waffle House is Waffle House is crazy. But I can see him saying like, yo, I ain't going to Waffle House. I don't want no breakfast food. I want some fucking wings. It's 1:45 in the morning. You know, I want some wings. What do I know who serve wings at this time of night? The strip club. All right, let me go ahead and get some wings at the strip club because they probably got wings because strip clubs have wings and they're open that late. So I'm going and get the strip club. I walk in. They see if I got a weapon. They check my ID. I go in there. Go, damn, it's lit. But I don't pay attention to none of the strippers. I go there strictly for wings. So I go to the window where they probably have the cook and everything, and I order my. Can I get 12 piece? What do you get? 12, 6, 24? The NBA player probably got 30. All right, let me get 30 piece. Lemon pepper hot. Ranch on the side. No blue cheese. I'm a real nigga. All right. All right, man. That's going to take about 15, 20 minutes. Okay. What am I supposed to do?
While I'm waiting,
let me just see what everybody doing tonight. Okay. So I don't know if you ever been to a strip club before, but you ever been to a strip club before?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the strippers aren't very they're very social there. Like, strippers just don't stand,
very friendly.
When you go to a strip club,
friendly.
I was going to say, when you go to a strip club,
very friendly.
They're your best friends. Oh my God, very hi friendly. Honey. Ooh, hey daddy, come here. Very straightforward, dick grabbing to the point. Titties all out, butt naked, dim lights, smelling good. Depending on the strip club. But Atlanta, again, probably some thick-ass, beautiful black woman. Okay. Hey, how you doing? I'm doing great, ma'am. I'm here waiting on my wings. How's your night going? He's not going to be rude to the stripper. Why would you be rude? She's in her environment trying to earn her honest pay as a essential worker. I'm just here waiting on my wings. Oh, well, how long is it going to take? Say about 15, 20 minutes. Oh, well, while you're waiting, why not get a lap dance, you know? Nothing is better than wings than getting a lap dance before. No, ma'am.
I got some of the proposition.
No, ma'am. I'm not on that. I'm not on that. I just want some wings and I want to go. Wow, how come? Like, you know, I'm sure I can help you get relieve some stress, you know? Yeah, you know. Wait, are you Lou Williams? LA Clipper Lou Williams?
6 Men of the Year?
6 Men of the Year? Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah.
Like I'm Lou Will?
Like I'm Lou Will? Ooh, us, K. Come here. No, I'll take care of you. Come on. Take me to VIP. No, man. Come on. Don't be like that. You got it. Which he probably does have it because he's Lou Williams.
Absolutely.
So he goes back there. All right. All I got is 10 minutes because my wing's coming in 15. This has been timed and passed. Go in there. She's like, $100 a song. He's like, bet. 10 minutes pass by. He gets his wings. Lou! Order up. Leave. He goes home. That sounds like a very common thing, you know? Nothing wrong with that. Yeah. Why they tripping?
Well, I said I was going to bring the participation trophy back.
Okay.
So here it is. It's going to Jack Harlow, rapper Jack Harlow.
What's popping? Hey, I listened to him before. He dope.
That's the reason that Lou Will got caught.
Oh, what?
They took a picture together. He posted it
but how was he
on his story. Now, he tried to reel that shit in. He deleted the post.
Okay.
Took it back.
Too late. It's on the internet now.
And then he said, "Oh, that's an old picture. I was just reminiscing. I just missed my man Lou Will."
Oh, he hit one of those. Sound like an RIP status. Oh man.
Problem is, the nigga Lou Will had a mask on that was assigned to them, that was given to him by the NBA after you came into the bubble.
Oh, so he went out the bubble to go. Oh,
so. But he tried to lie for the man, so that's why he getting his participation trophy. He tried to lie for him. He's like, "Oh no, this my man. I just miss him. I ain't seen him in a minute." Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. Damn.
But the problem is, he had on the mask, and Lou Will just came out. He was like, "Yeah, I went there. That's my spot. I like the food."
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom.
You know what's fucked up? This could have.
But I fuck with Jack Harlow for doing that.
Yeah. No. I mean,
problem is, you probably shouldn't talk to Lou.
No, Lou
because he just came out and just said, "Oh, nah, fuck it. I was out there. I was trying to get some wings."
But in his defense, he probably just like, "Oh, this Lou Williams. I'm happy to see him." Lou should have been like, "Look, man."
He probably didn't think the nigga was gonna post it right then, that moment, that night. Like, damn, come on. But even then,
yeah. He probably
Lou,
should
take
have
the mask off.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say
just
that.
in case, because even if he don't post it that night, if he posted a week later, it's like, oh, you got that mask on that we gave you once you came into the bubble.
He was screwed with him with the mask. So the mask. So are they suspending him or something?
No, it was supposed to be a 4-day. If you leave and they give you permission, it's a 4-day quarantine.
Oh, okay.
But because they saw that he was in the strip club, they extended it to the 14-day.
He probably did.
So
that
I
shit
think
on
he
purpose.
missed the first.
He probably did that shit on purpose.
The first 3 games or something.
He probably did that shit on purpose. I don't know, but at the same time,
he probably didn't give a fuck.
He probably
didn't know how serious they really was going to take
and that's
it.
true too. So he'll be all right. And I don't. Yeah, but the fucked up thing is, it would have been if you could just Uber Eats from the strip club. It would have all been avoidable. Why he didn't think of that?
In Atlanta for sure.
Man, you would think. You would have to think though, right? That's gotta be able to happen in Atlanta. Yeah, I ain't never ordered no wings on Uber Eats at the strip club, but man, that's unfortunate, man. But you know, you risk it for the biscuit. Lou Will.
Like I'm Lou Will. Well, shit, that's it.
Thanks for having me,
Wrap
man.
it up, man. Yeah, thanks for coming, man.
No
you
problem.
always welcome. Pause. You always welcome.
Why you gotta pause, man?
I don't know, man. I listen to Joe Budden podcast.
Is that because I had yeah. Yes, man. Same here. I gotta finish this Saturday episode.
Yeah.
I went back to the Drake beef. I love when they talk about the Drake Pusha T beef. That shit is just pure comedy to me.
When it just came back. Or the first time
first time it happened. When they reviewed the Duffy freestyle to when they did the Adonis freestyle. That's why
when you came, I was listening to an old episode, 355.
Yeah, no, I can always go back to an old episode. Yeah, no, that's a good show. How you feel before? Can we talk about that? Just for a quick minute. How you feel about how they're acting towards their contract?
I find it hilarious. It's great content.
Yeah, awesome content.
And Joe makes a lot of sense in it as far as defending creators and like how you feel about the Joe Rogan deal and all that.
But also, okay, I'm sorry. My fault.
It's like, so what's the number? Like, what's the number you fighting for? That's how I feel.
You can't know the number.
But yeah, but I'm saying
that's
it's
negotiation though. You
if
can't
this
know the
nigga
number. He got a number.
And don't nobody even know what he got. They just said 100 mil. We really don't know. Nobody knows.
I think that he's not tripping over the money. I think he's
but that's what he is.
No.
He said it. He said, that's why I'm mad. Because this nigga put a cap on the number. Because he's the biggest podcaster.
Oh, so yeah, you're right.
He put a cap on the number.
But at the same time, you fucked up ads for your show. So I think that he doesn't realize maybe how important that was for them, because I know Spotify does ads. I know they don't do like commercial ads on all their podcasts, and I think it's better if they wanted more organic ads for them. And like they was really not about the ads. And I don't know if you heard the video of him messing up the timeshare ad or something like that. I think it's some video where he messed up for them to do ads, because they used to do ads. But I do agree with him though. Joe Rogan set the cap, and if anything, that podcast deserves that and then some. But I enjoy it. I like that he's doing it too. Don't get me wrong. I find it like, fuck it, just say that shit. Like, just own that shit. And that's because that's a tactic in business. It's like, nigga, we the shit. You're trying to fuck with us. We're gonna let you know that we're not gonna allow you to fuck with us. We gonna let it be known because our viewers fuck with us. That's what I'm saying. And I think that I think Spotify ultimately is underestimating that show's value, which is a given when you do business. But I mean, Joe Rogan's been out for 10 years. They've only been out for 4, which makes it even more better.
Longer than that.
5, probably 5 years.
5 or 6.
5 or 6 years. But Joe Rogan's been out way longer than that.
Plus, yeah.
He's got over 1,000 some episodes, right. And they're both them at 300, and they already got a hit. So it's like, I can see both sides, but I kind of hope that they don't stick with. I mean, I don't even go listen to Spotify for their podcast. So
me too. That's the only
that,
reason.
And then I'll listen to Gilly the Kid one sometimes.
They only on Spotify.
Yeah, Wallow is pretty funny, and then I'll listen to Bill Simmons' podcast.
It's not only on Spotify though, is it?
It's about to be because they did a contract with Spotify.
I thought he sold the network.
Then I could be wrong. And then but I thought it was gonna be but in due time, them and Joe Rogan is gonna be exclusively on Spotify. Like you're not gonna be able.
He made that deal a while ago though.
No,
I thought he just sold.
But he said it takes time.
What is it called? The Ringer. I thought he sold The Ringer.
He did,
not Bill Simmons' podcast.
No, but that's all in The Ringer. So The Ringer is the network.
Right.
And so The Ringer, there's a Ringer podcast. I listen to a few of his podcasts. He has Basketball 2.0, which you should listen to. Yeah. Bill Simmons' Basketball Talks is pretty good. And his podcast is pretty decent. And then
I don't really like listening to them talk basketball.
I like when he has other basketball players talking basketball. Like, but I don't be agreeing with him either. So it kind of.
I be feeling like he don't really be knowing. I be like, what are you talking about? Man?
I like when him and Sal talk football. I like that.
I like when he had Ryan Russillo on too. I like Russillo.
But I also like that I don't agree with him. It's weird. Like when I listen to him, I be like, man, you know what the fuck you talking about. Like it's kind of like my little, because I like listening to podcasts, but he got like a movie one where they do like the rewatchables. I love the rewatchables, man. You get you a good rewatchables.
I only like to hear him talk about sports.
Yeah, see,
when he be on there and he be interviewing people and doing, I don't like it.
No, his interviews aren't that good.
I only want to hear him talk about sports.
But he interviewed people, interesting people to me. So the people he end up interviewing.
It's a couple of them that I've listened to. But in general, if he ain't talking sports, I don't be trying to hear it.
Yeah, nah,
I can see that. Intriguing to me.
But he got a whole bunch of other podcasters too. But they're gonna be on Spotify. But it wasn't gonna happen in a hurry. It's supposed to like a time thing, just like the Joe Rogan one's supposed to be.
It ain't gonna be till next year.
But Joe Budden is absolutely right, fam. You set a cap. You should have kept that shit to yourself. But you set a cap. Because he the
best nigga. Yeah, he easily, like, it's not even close. He the top podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And he set the cap.
Yep, exactly. But you can't get mad at him for that, Joe. You can't. It's making his life. And if you listen, do you listen to Joe Rogan?
Not really, no.
Joe Rogan.
Certain people
take his podcast too seriously, or maybe I don't take it seriously enough because I find it pretty interesting that he will have anybody on there.
Yeah, he'll have anybody,
and he'll have anybody for people you might not agree with, but he'll have people like I listened to the first podcast I listened to. He had a sleep doctor on there. I learned so much shit about sleeping. Like nigga, I'm talking about in terms of like sleep can like diabetes, like your health, your speech. Like everything.
Sleep is recovery.
That's what I'm saying. So before listening to that podcast, I didn't know shit about sleep. Like in terms of just like how to I just thought like I needed to sleep and wake up. And I was barely sleeping. I was always working.
Sleep is recovery. Sleep is literally repairing your body.
So listening to the sleep doc, I just was after that. I was high too. So I think it just kind of got me more engaged. But,
and it's the most important thing to memory.
Yes, of course. Yes, that's why. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like, if you don't get sleep, your memory is shot.
Damn, that's why I always try to get my 8 hours. Nigga, it has to happen.
Yeah, I know a lot about it's a lot of stuff I know a lot about. Like, it's a lot of stuff I know a little about.
I'm same here. And like with sleep, I was like, I knew I needed sleep, but I was like the type of nigga where it's like, I don't need sleep. I'ma just work. But then I would be sleeping in cars and shit like that. So like I understand like my body fucked up because I wasn't sleeping properly and shit like that. Just listening to him kind of just explain it kind of made it. I guess when you hear some shit that kind of make more sense to you and you kind of ingest it. I feel like he be having like people like that. I've listened to him.
It's
talk
like what I just said. Yeah. What I was saying to you about the fucking Bible shit and the preacher shit. It's just like if it's the right person telling you it.
Exactly. But he got a good podcast, and I mean, he be having shit like Candace Owens and shit on there, and like, oh my god, cooning it the fuck out. I remember listening to the podcast, and she explained why she doesn't. Why she talked about how these kids at her school did a racial joke to her, and everyone took it seriously, and she didn't want to be a victim, which I get. You don't want to be a victim, but don't dismiss the racism you had to deal with to try to make yourself feel better. And don't try to use that to judge and critique and tell black people they're wrong, they should be Republican. Because you know good and goddamn well, just as much as the Democratic Party is profit off of us, the Republican Party is just as much in negative ways. And it's just like, I get why people don't like his podcast, but he be having some really good people on there, man. He had Mike Tyson on there. Mike Tyson is Joe Rogan's the reason Mike Tyson got a podcast. In terms of Mike Tyson was on there and Joe Rogan was like, bro, you should do one. Like, just listen to the Mike Tyson. If anyone to get into, listen to the Mike Tyson one. Like,
I've never watched these either. I watched when Jordan was on, and that's it.
That's a good podcast. But sometimes, man, Mike is going through that phase in his life where he's just like, he talks about it all the time, man. He's in a different space. So I think the Mike that people want to see, they ain't going to get because he's matured as a man. But it's a really good podcast, man. I couldn't listen to because them niggas started crying, and it kind of was like, damn, it's kind of killing my high. Him and Sugar Ray Roberts Leonard was on there, and they was just talking about how much they admired each other, and just hear them talk about boxing and shit like that, and just hear boxers. It's a good podcast to hear them talk about like boxing and shit like that, and just hear Mike get his shit off. But Mike are all about like deep psychological shit, so it's pretty cool to listen to that.
All right. I might check that shit.
Check it out, bro. I'm telling you. I like Joe Rogan podcast is funny sometimes, man. He be having like Bill Burr. He had Darnell Rollins. He had the RZA on there. Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. Everybody be on that podcast. Everybody get on there. Kevin Hart was on there twice.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, but he get on there. He don't even be funny. He just be like, he be on his like, I'm big bro. I love everybody type stuff. Which ain't. I'm just hating. But it be good stuff though. Sometimes.
Yeah. Well, shit. All right, man. Thanks for coming, man. You know you always welcome.
Hey, man. I'm gonna try to come again before I leave.
Right.
But I mean, shit, I don't know. I might try to come a couple more
September,
times.
what's that? Like 3 months away?
So, no,
2 months away?
Next month.
Oh yeah, it is. This is August.
I bought my plane ticket today. Yeah. All right, man.
Well, all right, man. If you don't come back, or if you do come back,
I'm
whatever.
definitely gonna come back, man.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna still say it.
I be wanting you to invite me, bro, low key. Like I feel like I be begging.
No.
Like, bro, nigga be like, I be in
open
the DM.
invite, man.
Bro, I be hopping in his DM, bro.
I'm welcome to for anybody to come on. If you ain't even never came on, I'll give you one chance.
Do you mind if I try to bring somebody?
Come on, yeah, but if you come on once and I feel like that shit didn't work, your ass is not coming back, and I will let you know.
No, man, it ain't going. No, we good. We good over here, dog. But thanks for coming the first time.
No, dang, I don't. Nobody like I don't. And see, that's the thing. Like I'm still talking, but
yeah,
I'm gonna just say this, and this is gonna be it.
No,
I don't be wanting to like you how you don't want to beg to come on.
Yeah.
I don't want to beg nobody to come on.
Yeah, I feel like
that's why I don't ask nobody.
I don't feel like you
and
should
I just
beg.
put the open invite. It's like if you want to come on, you're welcome.
But
I say it all the time.
Yeah.
Like if you got topics, anything you want to say, anything you want to ask, if you want to come on, you are welcome.
But listen, you gotta be like, just shoot the shot. Like, yo, you should come on the pod.
Yeah.
Like, just hop on people. Like, yo, like.
But see, in that, I guess I should, and not even just that I don't want to beg. It's just that like I don't know who gonna be comfortable.
That's true.
Like, cause I had my the mother of my children. I had her on, and we used to do like even before she got on with like me, Mo, and his baby.
Yeah, I gotta go back to that one.
Like. I used to have her just on the mic just because, like, fucking with the shit when I first got it.
Yeah.
And she would be so nervous.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't want to ask somebody and they come on and they get to acting weird and shit.
Well, it's intimidating
like,
because, like, and I think about it this way. And this is a problem I have. I think for me, I just say stuff. Like, I think what I say, but I still, like, will listen to myself and be like, I probably shouldn't have said that, or I probably should. Sometimes I talk too much. And I catch myself. Some people just be that fearful that they don't want to say the wrong thing or come off a certain way. I don't care how I come off because I'm always willing to correct a mistake, or I'm always willing to backtrack to learn or something like that. But some people, that should be intimidating for some people. Some people, they should just let it flow. Some people, I
guess that's with me. I don't be giving a fuck.
Yeah, man.
And it's like,
that's because we're mature adults. We can take accountability.
The only thing that I be worried about is like talking in front of people, but it's like ain't nobody here.
Yeah. You can't talk. I can talk in front of a fucking crowd. Like, I don't give a fuck.
I can do it. Like, I've done it, but.
Yeah, shit. Comedy used to have me doing that shit, man.
Yeah, but shit, man. Y'all, thank y'all for listening, man. Not included pod everywhere. YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. That's it, man. We out.